And I believe we have started.
Well, let's get us some positioning there. Let's move this away.
I find it so interesting how that could pick up audio.
All right. Are we here? Yeah, we're here. All right, so we're back for another episode
of Getting Ignorant with It.
Oh, yeah. Ba-da-da.
Okay, stop stealing from
Oh,
the
yeah.
I
I was about to take it all the way. I was about to give you a little guitar,
Which reminds me, did you read Amanda Seale's book yet?
No, I haven't. I don't think they have it at the library yet. And I don't know if I was going to read it.
Why? I like it so far because I'm on like page 40.
I thought you was going to say 4. Okay, 40 is better. Okay, I definitely thought you was going to say 4. I was going to say, it's okay. So like, what is it so far? Like,
it's pretty much her podcast in book form. Like how her stand-up is her. How does it? Her podcast has been made into a book, and her stand-up is pretty much her
podcast or
her
Instagram
made into that.
Got you. Okay.
She believes in synergy and recycling.
I mean, you take it. If it ain't broke, just put it somewhere else.
That's called monetization.
There you go. I'm not mad at it.
Because I still don't understand people monetize on Instagram, but that's a whole different story.
Listen, I just want to get paid to smoke weed and post things that make me laugh.
Well, that's not hard. You just have to mention brands that you use for weed. But you ain't got a dispensary card.
And I live on the East Coast. So they like I've had weed companies like try to fuck with me in the past. Like, oh, like where are you from? I'm like, oh, I'm on Jersey. Like, well, when you get to California, let me know. And I'm like, the fuck. But nah, like yeah, I'd love to just make money being on Instagram, posting stuff and talking about bullshit. I would love to one day.
One day things gonna be easier.
Sing that shit. Sing that shit. Close your eyes and sway with us.
I'm not gonna sing that because my dumb ass in middle school decided to do a solo trying to sing with all my little heart.
Ooh.
Not knowing I have no kind of tone or tune.
Ooh, I wish I would have seen that because you probably like jumped out of the line and opened your arms and everything.
I wasn't that, was I? No, it was before. Yeah, I was in my element back in the day, so I thought I was probably Luther Vandross, Brian McKnight.
When my baby graduated kindergarten, he had a little graduation performance, and they told him, "You get to be Michael Jackson." I got to show you the video. When I tell you, first of all, I was acting like I was at a Michael Jackson concert, so I'm running up and down the aisle screaming, "That's my baby! That's my baby!" His father's on the floor with his camera out trying to get angles. My baby killed it to the point where we walking out to the car and it was like, "Hey, yo, that was your little man." Who's in the South, so this country. Like, yo, he did that. He was good. He was good. I'm like, yeah, that's my son. That's me.
And while we're still in the South, let's talk about David Makes Man.
Oh, David Makes Man. Such a beautiful show, man. It's such a fucking phenomenal show, bro. Just yes. Minus the fake dreads.
Fake dreads? Who has fake dreads?
The one with the little red bang in the front when he pulls it back in a ponytail.
The one Raymond. Yeah, I'm like, who are you talking about?
Like, you know what I'm talking about? The one who he got the little swoop bang, but he just pulls it up. It's red Remy Ma swoop bang.
Oh my black Jesus.
Listen, you remember, you probably wouldn't remember, but like in 07, like back in the, I'm conceited, I got a reason. Okay. Oh, wow. I ain't never seen the turned up like that from you. It was light, it was subtle, but it was a little turned.
I know how to, it's just I know that's also not what is expected, so it's awkward.
Okay, I'll take it. But yeah, she had the multicolored bang. He got a multicolored bang with his fake dreads.
Maybe.
And I don't know who does his faux locks, but they look terrible, and I could definitely refer him to someone. There's a lovely young lady in Greensboro.
Is that a Carolina or is that in Florida?
In Greensboro, North Carolina.
That's a bit far for that.
I would suggest the drive. It's worth it. Especially if he's going to be out here having them terrible locks, bro. Cause they look bad. When grandparents don't have their grandchildren around, like when old grandmas don't have their grandchildren around, they try to get a new hairstyle.
I'll take your word. I know one of my grandparents is dead.
I mean, all mine are gone, but
may they rest in peace.
R.I.P. big homies. But
God. Oh Jesus.
All right, let's get off of his faux locks. They look terrible. We'll leave it there. Next season, hopefully, he finds a new loctician.
Which is a fun thing to talk about because supposedly there's a question of whether or not they're going to transition to high school or jump to the adult years.
Oh. I don't know how I feel about that. About either option. I wouldn't be mad at like maybe if they transfer into the high school and then do maybe flash forwards.
Mm-hmm.
Or transfer into the adult years and do flashbacks, but that would mean the flashbacks would have to be very detailed. Like I don't want to see like a little flashback of him just remembering something. Nah, I want to see the whole scene, what happened.
They could also tan it like they did Moonlight, because the guy who wrote this did Moonlight.
How did Moonlight happen?
It was mixed between the little guy, the teenage years, and the full-on adult.
I'm okay with that too. But
my issue is how they gonna mix in everybody else into that.
Exactly, because we still need to know what's up with Saren, because I think he out here selling butt.
How did Saren become a sex worker?
I think he out here selling butt. Like,
what, he's with Star Child up on the pier somewhere?
Is that who that was that brought him that little food back? Because Star ain't have no car.
Star can drive.
When did Star get a car?
Remember in what? That's the main issue with this thing. You never know what's actually happened because all these damn dream sequences. So, to my understanding, Star had a scholarship to a school or whatever that was in farther South Florida.
Okay.
And they was in Saren, I guess, is trying to go see his biological dad, so they just hitched a ride together.
When the fuck did that happen? They showed all of this?
Yeah. Well, some piecing things together.
I could have sworn Saren went away. We couldn't find Saren, and then all of a sudden we just see Saren with the person. They had the hood over their head. They never showed their face, so I assumed that was like the person he was selling a little bit of ass to.
Oh my black Jesus! It was either the Halloween. But the idea of Saren selling himself like that just
I hate it too, but.
And this is, well, mind you, I read that Janet Mott book and she was selling ass for transition surgery. But
listen, I'll watch both.
It's a whole different thing to read that woman's book, especially the first one.
Well, was it good?
I like redefining realness more than Journey to Womanhood or whatever, because the first book explains topics and things. The other one has that usual do the research yourself kind of vibe.
Yeah, I don't be liking that. Don't write a book telling me to look.
Well, she gives you an idea, but it's like assume you read the first part. Okay, look at that.
Hashtag we got that computer STD check back. We good.
Nobody's been going to bad porn sites.
I don't watch porn on computers because you can get viruses. I watch it on my phone.
That seems even worse because then if they hack it in.
I have Apple.
So that means when Apple, Apple every couple of years.
Oh, I don't care. I watch porn. I'm open with that. I'm free about that. They can hack that and tell you, look, put my tags up there and everything. I'm okay with that.
The part I'm talking about is them hacking your camera.
Oh, well, yeah, I don't usually have nothing. It don't usually be facing nothing anyway. Because my boyfriend is very obsessed with Edward Snowden. Right. So everything is always like the government, the agency. I know they watching. That's why I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, but they can then listen to you for the microphone.
I don't care. I don't be talking about nothing crazy. And if I do, I know to turn my shit off, take the battery out, or put this shit in the other room. Listen.
This is going real paranoid.
I mean, hey.
Kind of like Shinobi with being found out that he's gay.
Yeah, just come on out, bro.
But here's my thing.
Come on out the closet.
When he was talking to Sky after he buried his sister, he made it seem like his family don't fuck with him that much. Is it because he did some gang shit around them, or was it because he possibly came out to them and then they cut him off?
I mean, it could have gone either way. But the way he gets so aggressive toward, like...
Because I can't see him as a down low person because he goes to Miss Elijah's room during daylight.
But that could be a what's understood don't have to be explained type of thing. Because the way Star made it seem when Star is trans female male, right? Female to male?
Yes.
Okay, so pronouns he. So the way he described it, or the way he was coming at it, his little monologue toward him or whatever, his little dialogue toward him, was like basically checking him, like you can't even be who you are type thing. And if you telling somebody that you can't even be who you are, it's obvious that you hiding something. You know what I mean? There's that element of, let me keep this to myself, or let me keep this to a small enclosed circle type thing. So I think maybe they have an understanding, like the people in that household have an understanding. You know what I mean? Because here's the thing: if you going over there to smash, the people that live in that house is gonna obviously pick up. Okay, you going to smash? There's more going on here than just you showing up to bring sugar. You feel what I'm saying? So it's probably like the outside world think, oh yeah, let me go in here and get these pills, or you know what I mean, because she is running the script for him or whatever.
But that's something that only really Raymond,
David, yeah, but we're just trying to find a reason for him to be there, But like basically, you find a reason to be there so the people outside don't think nothing of it, but the people inside, no, nigga, you didn't you came here to get X, Y, and Z and 2 eggs. You feel me? What? There ain't no eggs in the bedroom. You feel me?
Or as Mr. Elijah says, to drop your babies off.
You come over here, you let me speak to the kids real quick, and then you leave.
I was dying when it said you want your kids back.
So you're a spitter. Disgusting. Not really disgusting because we all adults here. Spitters are for quitters. I mean, you don't have to comment on that. I'm just throwing that out there.
I fucked me up in the head so much.
It's like, Shonda, what the fuck are you talking about? Bring it back. Bring it back. David meets man.
When it comes to, which leads to the question, since we're talking about the future of it, say they didn't go skip ahead in time. Considering T.O. kind of like broke off what happens in the Ville, he fired Raymond. David seemingly might be out. Shinobi got his ass whooped and got kicked out. What is their future at this point then?
That's a good question. But I mean, when you break it down like that, it kind of does leave space for the next season to go in those routes that we talked about, where it could be them going, forward in adult years, or them just going forward into the next stage of their teenage years. But it kind of dismantles everything so that the playing field is just open right now.
Do you think this would have been a better miniseries, or is it better to be multiple seasons?
Multiple seasons. I want more. I want to grow with them. I want to see, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to just see him grown up. I want to, like, I like how we are right now. Like, you know what I mean? I like what we have.
But that leads to a whole other thing. That last scene when Dr. Woodstrap and all them was calling and everything seemed fine, was that a dream sequence or nah?
See, I can't tell.
Because when it ended, that white light was like, oh, y'all fucking with me again.
Yeah, see, I can't tell. Because whenever I be thinking that, like, okay, it's a dream sequence or it's not a dream sequence, you be like, yeah, because then there was remember that dream sequence? Like, what the fuck? All right, man. So whatever. Yeah. So, yeah, to answer your question, I don't know if it was a yes or no question, but
And then also the question is, everybody's splitting apart now because Hurston, apparently, Dr. Woodstrap got that in, so if you go right in that, Marissa's going to, she wasn't in the last episode for whatever reason, she's going to some Marine Academy, I think it was. Ted's going to the local high school. She can't get into the dance school.
So then where exactly are we going to be following everybody? Excuse me. Where are we going to be? Who are we going to be following? I mean, obviously David.
South Florida somewhere.
Selling booty.
Why you gotta keep with this selling booty, damn it?
Where is he getting money to eat from?
He has Star Child.
Was he singing? He out here singing on these streets?
He might be. He's with Star Child. They're going to. Star Child's going to college. He could just be in his dorm room during the day. Maybe going to school. Star Child is almost 18. That could be his daddy. Not in that kind of way. I know what you're thinking.
His daddy or his daddy? call him Zaddy.
Then again, I don't know
He
how
buys
that
me
would.
food.
How would that work exactly?
Yeah, this is one of those like we really have to wait and see. And I hate that it's going to keep me kind of on pins and needles for a
Oh, you're
minute.
going on a whole different track. I was thinking like when it comes to if your whole being a whole thing, how would that work with
Oh,
Star Child being physically and then Saran being.
he might not be selling his booty to Starry.
Nobody said that, but I mean, like if because when Star was first introduced, I was thinking that going to be something for David, because David, even until Ted came in, David was in that Bugs Bunny realm where he was like, I don't really know what
I
you
mean, I'm
do.
gonna be honest. I really thought there was gonna be some type of moonlight on the beach situation with David and Saren at some point. I really did.
When they was having that between that sleepover and then after the Halloween thing, when they was saying how they loved each other, I was like,
Once,
now kiss.
yeah, no. Once they like for some reason that last scene after the Halloween party, I didn't get intimate like vibes like that in that manner. The vibes that I got was the vibes that you had been saying, like, oh, maybe it's just that brotherly camaraderie shit, like that. That's what I felt when I seen that. But prior to all of that, hell yeah, I thought David was gonna be getting Saren booty,
So you would say that Saren
or
is a
at least some
bottom.
Saren kisses.
Okay. But then that
And
comes the
yeah,
other
I think
thing.
Saren is a bottom. He strikes me as a bottom, but I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
Not at all. Like
Cause
they said on
bottoms, they be
Poe.
having some beautiful, like they listen. I'll be looking at bottoms like, yo, how many squats you do today? Like, how you get the shelf at the top and the cuff at the bottom? Let me know. What's your arching position? You know what I mean? Like, I don't care if you're about it. I just got questions. That's all. And it ain't questions about why you want to be about. No, questions, techniques, nigga. Help me. Like, I need to put the bowl there, like on the lower back. Show me how. You know what I mean? Like that. But yeah, I think Sarah would be a bottom.
And I was watching a thing on Chat on Act this morning about Miss Elijah and also David's first encounter with each other. Why is it that he was so awkward around Miss Elijah if that was not only his godfather, but on top of that, I'm pretty sure that is Gloria's only friend. Yet he's walking into their home
I
like he
see that
never
too.
did that
Yeah.
before.
Now that you bring that up, I did see that. It was kind of real.
Especially
Like I'm
because
not really supposed to be speaking to you, or I mean, like it's.
the only thing that would make sense is because he was afraid because he forgot the numbers last time.
Mm.
Otherwise, if this person's watching you and JG when your mom's at work,
Why are you so odd around them? Like you would think that there was more comfort there.
much
That's a good question.
it's not like Gloria shows any signs of homophobia.
No, at all. And I don't get that vibe from David. I don't get like a homophobic vibe from him at all. I like
It would be
if
a version
anything,
more than phobic when it comes to that
yeah.
situation.
But if anything with David, I get wild acceptance.
Just because he's been through so much, he doesn't
Yeah,
really have
like
like the privilege to like isolate somebody.
yeah, it's just like, yo, I ain't got shit. Who am I to say anything about the way you living? You know what I mean? Like and then on top of that, like his maturity level is like beyond. So I can't see it as I can't believe him to be homophobic with you know what I mean, him being as mature as he is and handling the whole situation, not even gonna say handling the whole situation, but Saren and like the abusive situation at his home and stuff. And I don't did was there confirmation that the father molested him or is just physical abuse?
The way that David put
Made
it
it
out there
seem like
made
it
it seem
was,
like there
right?
was something sexually going on.
Right.
As for to what degree of Michael Jackson, I do not know.
Oh, you will know. Okay. So it's levels to this, I guess.
There's levels to everything. It's like with the whole Me Too thing. There's something saying sexually, then there's physical touching, then there's like straight up rape.
That's true.
In this situation, we don't know if he's just fondling or he's trying to penetrate.
True. Either
Either way,
way,
it's a
it's
nasty
inappropriate.
motherfucker.
Yeah. So I don't get those vibes of like homophobia from David. I feel more so like I feel like he honestly I just feel exhausted with the nigga like like bro, you gay? Alright, yo, you got 2 eggs for me or no? That's all right. So I don't care about that. I still need these eggs because my mom still need to cook. You feel me? I don't see him taking that and being, but now I am really questioning why was he so awkward around Miss Elijah in the first interaction.
Leading to some other questions, like when towards the end, when it came to getting Raymond, I believe is his name, killed and handled. We saw Shinobi try to screw over David. And the question was he set up to screw himself over or did he fuck himself over? Because David put in place so that Miss Elijah would set him up. But the question is, who fucked over who? And was the intent of Shinobi getting his ass whooped for all the things that happened in the past?
I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to Shinobi getting his ass whooped simply because I don't like his attitude. So I would hope that it would be David that fucked over Shinobi just because fuck Shinobi, but I'm gonna be completely honest, I don't remember the scene we're fucking talking about.
Okay, switching it up then. Do you taking note of why Sky died?
Okay, yeah.
Do you think David should continue his little vengeance quest and then try to go after Tio?
See, prior to all of that, I didn't think that he would, but now that after that scene with him and Folox, but after that scene with him and Folox, I feel like now it opened, like it answered a lot of questions for him. So now it gives him that space to say, I know who did this. I know what this was about. So I can either act on it or I can just kind of lay low on it. I don't.
Because technically it is Rainan's fault.
It is. Like, just thinking about that scene just sparks my soul. What, you can't take an ass whooping? Yo, he went off. He went off, and it was legit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he lost somebody dear and special to him because you couldn't take an ass whooping for something that you deserve. Like, you deserve that ass whooping, and you knew that.
And Angie wasn't doing shit. Which I find hilarious. The fact she told Sky what happened, knowing damn well Sky would come over to the house
and react in the way he did, as a father would.
And she ain't say nothing. She ain't stop nothing, but knows that her brother would fuck him up for touching his dark-skinned nephew.
Woosah. Don't even look biracial.
No, because they're dark-skinned Dominicans.
They are, but he ain't got not near Dominican feature. He looks black from Florida.
I don't know too many blacks from Florida. So.
Listen, it's a look. It's a look they have. You got like the black Haitians from Florida, and you got like black.
You look like you struggling with a memory right now.
No, because I'm trying to not offend anybody. I don't, you know what I mean? It's hard because I'm light skinned, so there's certain things that if I say, then it'd be like, oh, you're just trying to be colorist. It's like, nah, I'm telling you, I hate light skinned motherfuckers too, probably more than anybody else. But because I'm light skinned, certain things that I say might come off as like, oh, you trying, like you think you better than? No, I don't. Because at the end of the day, I'm black. So when I say like, motherfuckers look black from Florida, it's a look. I know I'm not the only one. If y'all watch this show, you probably be like, yeah, no, she right. I know exactly what she talking about.
Let's switch to other people real quick. Gloria relapsing. How do you feel?
I'm sad about that. I'm so fucking sad about that. And I like when they were at her mom's house and like he walked in and he gave her the pill. Like
do you think at this point David has given up on his mother?
Low key, yeah. Like part of me wants to say, yeah, he's given up on her, but the other part of me wants to say that maybe he knows, like, all right, yo, she's really going through it, or like that this situation or this encounter may have really fucked her up. Let me go ahead and give her something that's going to make her feel better. And I get it. Having children, I get it. You know what I mean? Because there's times when like AJ will see something, an interaction between me and somebody else, and she'll see how it has, how it's affecting me, and she'll do little things to like she'll give me a hug or whatever, and then she'll be like, are you happy now? Do you feel better about it now? So it's like one of those type of situations where it's like, I see you had this little fallout with your mother, and that's some bullshit, and I just want you to feel better, because right now I know you feel, like, I know you're hurting. And it's like, you want to say, like, that's him being a concerned and thoughtful son, but at the same time, what this has done to her, her past. So it's like, yeah, you might have to just hurt through this one. You know what I mean? You might have to just meditate through this pain that you're feeling, because for the betterment of me and my brother and our household, we need you sober. You know what I mean? So I don't like it. I hate to see it. Part of me understands where it could be coming from, on David's end, but I don't think it's wise at all. I think it's just it's going to dig her deeper into where she is trying to come from. And plus, if she's still trying to sell these little pills, you can't sell what you want.
Got so hard.
My homie JID said, I never sold weed because I smoke it too much. There you go. You can't sell pills if you're popping them. You're going to start popping your product. But this ain't no drug podcast. I ain't here to tell y'all how to run these streets. You got to pay me for that. I'm lying. But if you do want to pay me, $, pay Shonda Nicole on Cash App.
Oh, my black Jesus. One last thing for Damix, man. What would this look like if it was gender flipped? Like, let's say it was Marissa that was... It was Marissa.
It'd be totally different. It'd be totally different. Their lights would be on. Their bills would be paid. We don't know how, but it just... Because black women make it happen.
Do you wish that it was starting to go?
No, I don't. I like it exactly how it is, because I like the story, the struggle of seeing a young man go through these things, because I have a child, you know what I mean? Because I have a son that's going to, like, he doesn't have to go through those type of things, thank God. But you never know. You know what I mean? It could have been. So it's nice. I like to see the coming of age things that boys go through type thing.
And how did you feel, speaking as an overall season, the representation when it comes to the LGBT community? Was it kind of this obligation kind of way? Or was it like you felt like they fully got their own characters?
No, I feel like it could have been construed as, oh, we just trying to check off all the boxes to make everybody happy. But I also feel like,
because I'm not over families showing up.
I was about to say that. I was about to say. Because they ain't have Femi back, so I'm probably gonna go with the first one. Like it was just obligatory. Like we just wanted to give y'all a little taste of. But at the same time, and this is me assuming, because nothing has been outright said about Saren. Like there hasn't been any like outright like, oh, I think I'm gay or I like boys or anything like that. It's just
the most we got was Miss Elijah clocking them.
Exactly.
And even that's kind of problematic in a way.
Exactly. But it was one of those like, I see you, even if you don't see you. So when you're ready to be seen, just know I'm here to see you. That's what I took that as.
And what happened? They went to Miss Elijah, was seen, and then they got shipped off on the underground gay road.
I mean... Harriet Budman. All right, I'm sorry.
Okay. Switching things up, even though we haven't really talked about it much before, now it's time for the good doctor.
Oh, I love me some Sean Murphy.
Now, a quick recap. Sean Murphy is a doctor who has savant syndrome, but he's autistic, which means when it comes to the whole medical technical side, he's ace. Bedside manner, you want to sue him.
Terrible. But it's not intentional, and that's what makes it so fucking funny.
You find it funny, I find it sad.
No, it be having me cracking up, bro, because not for nothing, I'm not a softie, you know what I mean? Like, and sometimes they be trying to console you too much. Oh no, there's things that we can do. There is nothing that we can do. Like, you be just serving that shit. It's likely you'll die. Like, it's not funny, but it'd be funny because they be like, Sean, did I say something wrong? Like, I love that show. Yeah.
Just out of curiosity, what is your experience when it comes to people with autism?
Oh, I'm good with them. You don't know me. I actually used to work with a child with special needs. I nannied for an autistic child. There's a young man down the street we grew up with. His name is Chandler. He's autistic, and like I said, we grew up together. So now he's coming. Like, he's a little bit younger than me. He might be about your age, but he's coming into his whole adult formation and everything. He's making his transitions into like social media and stuff, and he just be cracking me up, boy. But with him, like, because when we first met him, we just thought he was special. I had no knowledge of like autism and what those things meant. But now, like, he's opened my eyes to it. So when I did go and work with an autistic child, it made me like, because when I walked in, they like, oh, this is how he is. He's this way, this way, this way. Just give me all the negatives. So I'm like, fuck, I'm about to have a hard time. But I got a chance to sit with him and talk to him. And once you do that, you realize like they not much different. Socially, yes, but for the most part, they're not much different from regular normal ass kids. Like, that's how I took it. And then I did more research into it. So yeah, I do have a pretty good handle with people with autism, and I guess that's why I like shows like Atypical and The Good Doctor and stuff like that, because you get to see like them functioning in the real world and just living an actual life, and it's a beautiful thing for me. I think it is, but I still do enjoy seeing, because like the lack of I don't want to say self-awareness,
candor,
I guess them not having to be so damn sweet and like, you know what I mean, like just being absolutely straight from the hip, like absolutely straight. That's my shit. Like the kid I used to work with, he used to argue with his grandfather, and grandfather, old time black dude, you know what I'm saying, A&T graduate from the South, you know how they get. He would argue with him, and he would just be ripping him down. Like, no, I don't want to hear that. Like, I don't care about what you're saying. Like, he used to be sitting there like, God dang. Like, so I appreciate that raw honesty in anybody. You know what I mean? But because that's just their innate way of being, that I'm okay with that 100%. And I love to see them be completely honest, because we spend so much time sugarcoating shit. You know what I mean? The people, the people who don't suffer from these mental disabilities, if you would call that.
I think it's neurological disorders.
There you go, neurological disorders, whatever. People who don't suffer from those, like, we tend to be so fucking, like smoke and mirrors. But when you get around an autistic person, you're pretty much, what you see is what you get, and I appreciate that. Like, I genuinely appreciate that, because I don't feel like there's any phoniness being, any phoniness taking place. Like, Chandler would tell me straight up, like, yeah, I like to talk to you, but I don't like to look in your eyes. I appreciate that. So now I'm going to turn this way when I'm talking to you, and we're going to have us a good conversation. Now we can sit here and talk for 20, 30 minutes because we both feel comfortable. You get what I'm saying? I know I just took that elsewhere, but yeah, me and people with autism, I have no problem with them.
But that does lead into a nice thing of, when it comes to Sean being autistic, how much of it deals with his autism, how much of it deals with Dr. Glassman raising him since he's maybe 14, 15 years old?
What you mean?
Well, think of it this way. Sean has no relationship with his parents. Steve raised him for like a couple of months or years, but otherwise, Dr. Glassman has been his mentor, his paternal figure, and his role model. And if you look at the way they're handling things, like with Steve showing up in the former episode, it's just like when Dr. Glassman's daughter showed up when he was under stress. And when it comes to their stubbornness, as much you can say it's part of Sean being autistic,
you think that it's from him being up under
Dr. Glassman is also stubborn as shit as well.
Yeah, he is definitely stubborn.
So how much of it is because of nature versus nurture?
I wouldn't say it's a lot to put on the nurture aspect.
I ask because I only know autistic people from media, so.
Oh yeah, no, I wouldn't put, like, a lot of the way that they portray Sean's character. It's pretty, from what I've seen working with autistic people and being around autistic people, it's pretty close to how they are. My high functioning people that I affiliate with. But I can see that what you're saying about like the stubbornness and certain things, like when they go back and forth, like, I don't know, well, I'm pretty sure you've seen that first season, when the whole cancer thing came about and he was trying to like hide it, and Sean first found out, he was like doing the most, trying to take him to the appointments and all of that stuff.
Because that's his person.
Right. And that's, Sean, I feel like was going out of his comfort zone to be that support. You get what I'm saying? Like,
I saw it as him trying to return it after all that Dr. Glassman has done for him.
Yeah, I didn't see it as that. Because I don't think Sean cares.
I think
he cares, but it's not like...
He cares to the point where as long as he doesn't interfere with what he wants to do.
For me, I feel like Sean, like... Oh, my stomach's growling. You ready to eat for real? Okay. I feel like Sean, like his relationship with Dr. whatever.
Glassman. You can't remember names for nothing.
Yeah, no, I'm terrible with names. I could tell you what he looked like, though. He got that slick back with that little balding spots right here a little bit.
Glasses.
Yeah, glasses.
Glassman, so let's assume he's Jewish.
Probably. He got a Jewish nose.
I'm not touching that.
Okay. I'm problematic as fuck. Not as fuck. I ain't get to the as fuck yet, but I am problematic.
Either way, you do the editing, so if you want to censor it, you can.
Bruh, I ain't... Listen, you supposed to take that shit. Because I don't mean nothing by it. You know what I mean? It's not hate speech. I don't fucking hate nobody. I mean, I hate people individually, but not because of your specific ethnicity, race, nationality, whatever you want to call it. If I hate you, it's because of you. You can strip the skin off of you, and I'm still gonna hate you. But anyways.
Speaking of hate, do you hate or love his relationship with Carly?
Who's Carly? The girl that he likes, right?
Girl, yeah.
Oh wait, no, with the curly hair?
Yeah, not Claire. That's somebody else.
Okay, wait, hold up. We're throwing out too many white girl names.
Carly's the one that worked in pathology, who used to be his co-worker in the last season.
With the light brown eyes.
Yes, the one whose house he just knew where it was last season, and he showed up with flowers. Which I still don't fully understand, but...
Oh, let me Google, make sure I bring up the right person before we start talking about
the one he's dating.
That's what I'm saying. I don't recall.
Not the one that hangs out with the white girl all the time whose mom just died.
And you said Carly.
I don't know her last name.
It came right up because the government on my phone. Okay, her.
Yes.
Okay.
Hold up. No, that's Leia.
The fuck? How many different bitches he got now?
Leia's his real...
What'd you just knock over? Ain't nothing over there to knock over. Like, ain't nothing. Her.
Yes.
Okay. I don't think I remember any. I gotta stop watching shit while I'm dumb hiding.
Oh my god.
Cause I don't recall any too much.
They've been dating for a few episodes now. Had arguments and everything. Claire got
yeah, no. They went on a date and he was talking about how he didn't like it. And she said it was a good date, but he just thought it was terrible, right? Okay.
And Claire got in the business.
Got you. It's coming back a little bit.
Makes me glad I never smoked. Well,
no,
I haven't smoked in a long time anymore.
Hold up now, because weed is everything. We're not going to shame weed. We're not going to do that.
Shaming weed.
It makes me glad that I haven't. Well, then you wasn't cool enough to have it in the first place. We're not shaming no weed. We don't have to be marijuana advocates. But I am a marijuana advocate. We are 420 friendly and we are 420 accepting at this podcast. Don't let him make you think that you can't come here with your blunt. Bring your blunt and come sit down.
Nobody said you couldn't. I'm just saying because of the memory thing. I compensate.
It's not
for
you,
that.
and that's the thing. It's probably not even the weed. Like, I watch stuff while I'm high, but honestly, if I like my memory high, like, is way better than sober. Like today. Case in point, remember I told you I got that doctor's appointment. I was fucking sober, but I bet you if I would have smoked yesterday morning, I would have been like, oh shit, you know what? I got a fucking appointment this week. Like, that's how I'd be. But if I watch something high, it could be also me being on the phone too. Like, social media sometimes. If the shit slow up a little bit, my DMs popping, sliding in my DMs. But we're not gonna shame no weed though. We're not gonna shame weed. We're not gonna do that.
There's a desire to want to follow up on the slide in the DM thing, but I'm going to leave that alone.
Yeah, no. I slide in my DMs. Nobody else can slide in them. They walk to them. You can't slide into my DMs because I have a boyfriend. You walk into my DMs, and how you walk into my DMs is by replying to my Instagram stories, which puts you into them. We don't People don't slide into my DMs. I don't want nobody to hear this and think that it's okay. Ain't no fucking Six Flags over this bitch. You can't slide down the motherfucker. No, we're not doing none of that. Okay, unless you complimenting me. I like that. You can come in there and tell me that.
But we're talking about constructive things like she's funny.
I love that. Compliment me with that. Don't come talking that beautiful, sexy stuff. First of all, different topic. Let me just go ahead and say this for anybody listening. Fellas, if you feel like you want to tell a woman she's attractive, do not use the word sexy. We'll move on.
Okay, so how do you feel about Carly and Sean's relationship?
If he's happy, I'm happy for it. I probably got to go back and rewatch some of the episodes that I must have social media through. But from the date, because that's the last clear memory I have of them, it seemed like she was really genuinely interested. Like, you know how you could tell when people putting on that fake phony front, like,
I don't know, because sometimes I feel like I should be tested for autism.
I can kind of see that a little bit, but you're socially, you know how to interact with people. You probably just don't like to.
This is accurate.
So that's a difference. People with autism, they usually don't know how to. But I think you just don't like motherfuckers, which is normal. Because I don't like motherfuckers either. I like them at my, okay, I'm done with you. Go back. Stop talking to me now.
Like an introvert.
Yeah. It's weird because it's like I don't want to label myself an introvert because I am very like I'm a social butterfly, but I'm very much okay with like I'll clock out fast.
That's still introverted.
Okay, so I can label myself introverted.
Yeah, then once you spend your some amount of energy, got what you need, cut off.
Yep, I'm good.
I need to recover.
That's me all day. I'm like, okay. Yeah, see, my boyfriend didn't understand that when we was in California. I'm like, okay, I'm going in here.
Plus, you're in a new environment in California.
It was nice,
totally
but it just
different culture.
Yeah, no, it was more so like I was tired. And when you get to that point where your attitude is just so bad, you're like, bro, if I even blink, I'll probably kill somebody by accident. Like just with my blink alone, like I was just so exhausted. And when I get like that, I'm not trying to put that energy out to everybody else. You know what I mean? So like I'll zip all of that shit up, put my hood on, like I'm in here with it, like I'm in myself with it. I'm taking it internally because I don't want to be, ruining other people's day with my bad moment or whatever I'm feeling because I'm tired or I'm frustrated or whatever. But
I don't know why that sounds like a cancer trait when I know you're not a cancer.
Not at all. You know that. By the way, that card was so you. Like just I'm not even gonna like talk about the card itself. Let's just talk about the gesture. This man mailed me a card for my birthday. Mailed me a card, bro. I have not seen a stamp on an envelope with my name addressed to it because when you get bills and stuff they just put no post as necessary. Oh I have not seen a stamped envelope addressed to me in so long. That was awesome. It was so fucking retro. It was so you. When I looked at it, I was just like, this is so Amari. Like this, yeah.
I like sending cards. I used to do it more often, but then someone told me it sounded like I was sending suicide notes because it was just too much. Because I do go off.
Well, I mean, you gotta just scale yourself back,
I don't know what that means.
How about a Christmas and a birthday?
That's the only time I do it.
Oh, then that's normal. Then that person's just weird. They just don't.
Birthdays, I let you know you're important to me. I appreciate being in your life. And then some toward New Year, since I'm not Christian, saying, no, I don't do Christmas. No, I do, because my cards are so sarcastic. I love it.
Now here's the thing about Christmas. I'm not Christian either. Like I don't subscribe to religion, but my family does. And I love being around my family. You know what I mean? So it's like Christmas comes, I do the gifts and everything like that. I'm not going to none of them plays. I don't want to talk about Jesus. Yeah, I understand. It's for his birthday. But honestly,
it really isn't though.
Exactly, because we've monetized it. We've flipped it. We've made it so commercial. We've taken out I'm not going to say we collectively, but for the most part, commercializing that shit took out the whole concept of the religious aspect. Oh, let's do this for religion. No, it's more so now like you just come together, more so for the presents, but those who actually care outside of the presents for me, I look at it as family. I want to be with my family. And if they want to be around each other talking about Jesus,
oh, I know.
Pass me the honey ham.
Ooh, pork.
Yep, it's her holiday ham. That shit make me cry. It should be so good, and I only get it once a year. Yep, damn right. I'm about to have all of that. Put that pig up there, yep. Add a little honey on that. Thank you.
All I know is I was told he was born in the spring, and that the only reason for Christmas is because it's a pagan holiday, so that more people become Christian. But that's a whole different topic.
Yeah, that's because like you said, a whole different topic. I don't even try to discuss those things anymore because it gets so deep, and you can't get out. That was me in 2013 discussing that type of shit, and we used to be outside for like good 6-7 hours discussing it.
Speaking of long discussions and people who can't get things out, let's talk about Claire and Morgan.
Oh, okay. What happened with them? Because
Claire's mother, Breeze, died.
Okay.
And of course, as always, since Claire apparently can't get a new partner in anything, since she can't have a consistent storyline, because Dr. Cole went away in that whole little Me Too moment. Her Dr. Melendez little flirtation went away, and he basically went away as well.
Yeah. And niggas like, see ya.
Talking about kids and then nothing. It's like with his little sister. We saw her once and never again.
Yeah, that's the one thing about this show. All right, so I like doctor shows, and I frequent Grey's Anatomy. And even though Grey's Anatomy, it has that repetitive aspect, they give you more with the character. I feel like I feel like I know the characters better, and I know it's like, okay, yes, because you've been watching it for 13 years, but not even like some of the newer characters that come on, they give you more into their actual personality outside of just the situation. Does that make sense? What I'm trying to say?
Yes, it's not about the patient coming in and triggering something. It's like you get to know them without the patient
exactly involvement. That part.
So, Claire and Morgan have become closer, even though Morgan, of course, likes to rub people the wrong way. And she's been trying to
Morgan's the white girl.
The white girl.
The uppity white girl.
We assume she's uppity. Because even she got her character issues. Like, her grandpa showed up like 1-2 episodes ago. And then it's like, no follow-through. Pretty much, if your name is not Sean Murphy or it has to deal with Sean Murphy, they
don't care about you. Not at all. They just coming in here like, hey, oh no, she's got family. Look, that's her grandfather. All right, get off the stage.
The fact that Breeze showed up so many times is probably solely because it was Sharon Leal.
Probably.
Who, honestly, I don't really know. What has she been in?
Who, Leo?
Sharon Leal. Because I remember she was in that show with Homegirl from Skins on Freeform.
I feel like...
and then she was in that Amari Hardwick movie, which was low-key terrible.
Addicted.
Why
Did I Get Married Too? Oh, yeah, okay.
I feel like I knew something before that, though.
This Christmas. She was one of the sisters in This Christmas. Dreamgirls.
That's what I remember her for.
I was gonna keep going because down here we got Soulman. She was in that too.
I never watched that nonsense.
No, I love me some Bernie Mac.
I do too.
I love me some Samuel L. Jackson too, but them braids was terrible.
One day at a time. So, Claire and Morgan have built a friendship going. There's kind of a question since whenever Claire wants to avoid things, she goes into a whole phase.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
So comes the question now. Do you think, because we don't have any queer characters on this show, could Claire or Morgan possibly be?
I wouldn't be surprised. Because it's always easier to make the girls sexually fluid. Exactly. It's always easier. It's easier to do it. If they do introduce a queer character or a character that shows any kind of signs of, being a part of that movement, if you will. Community. There you go. I think that it would be with women, and it probably would be with them too, because not for nothing, Sharon is very fun. And,
Sharon was her mother.
Oh, never mind.
I was like,
I'd watch her bang a little bit. But I would think it would be with women, though. It definitely would be women.
Because I also think about Claire's relationship with Jared and just how it just seemed like she was just going through the motions. And even with the men she hooks up with, it's not like...
It's like she's holding something back. She doesn't really fuck with them all the way. No? You don't get that?
I don't think she does. No. No. I mean, I agree with you. I'm
sorry. I'm like, well, so you think she's just giving her all? She's like, here, take the pussy and the heart? Like, what are you doing here?
She don't even look at them half the time when she's fucking them.
And then, yeah. Then she probably really is a little on a... needs to go on and experiment with some legs.
But then that's another thing I kind of wish this show would do, is kind of do flashbacks more like they used to.
Yeah, because we have a lot of questions.
Because even I'm still like lost on what happened with Sean between 14 when Steve died to him coming up to this hospital.
Right.
Because of course, again, I don't know that many autistic people, but some of the social cues that he learned during the hospital days, I'm like, you didn't learn none of that shit in college.
Yeah, exactly. And not for nothing, like, I don't know the type of autism that he has, but the type that my boy has down the street, they do like a school that teaches you like life shit. So I would imagine
Dr. Glassman ain't broke.
You feel me? What I mean, he might not have his social cues either. He does look a little...
Well, let's not forget his... Did his daughter die? And that's another thing. I don't know timelines for a lot of things.
Right.
Like, when did his daughter die compared to when Sean came in his life, much less he got divorced from his wife?
Right. Because that will, like, the time frame would speak volumes to how he, I don't want to say brought Sean up, but how he brought Sean up, essentially. Like, how he connected with him. You know what I mean?
Because the reason why he's a surgeon is because Dr. Glassman was a doctor and Steve encouraged it back when he was younger.
There you go.
Because otherwise, can you really imagine Sean getting through all them years of school?
But then at the same time, that probably was the safer route to keep Sean close enough to where he can help. You get what I'm saying?
Or enable, or baby, or coddle.
You think so? Yeah.
Let's not pretend like Dr. Glassman wasn't fully controlling Sean to the point where he was a replacement for his daughter.
Exactly. And it got to, and it's making me think about like when Sean moved in the first season, when he moved into his own spot and whatnot, and like how he was kind of like always coming by and like not demanding stuff, but like, you know, you need to do this and you got to do this and you got to, so it's like, okay.
Which is strange, because you would think with Dr. Glassman raising him, and much as him being a medical doctor, he would have like done studies and all that to know what Sean's capable of, instead of usually doing the least.
That what you just said right there is big, because if you're the primary caregiver, you're supposed to, or like me and AJ, for example. I know a great deal of what she's capable of. I'm pretty sure what she can do exceeds what I'm aware of, but I know a great deal of what she's capable of just from observing her and then being the one to instill things in her. Like, I know there's certain things that she's aware of and she's mindful of, you know what I mean? Just because I've been sitting there watching her and how she moves. So it's like, if you've raised Sean or whatever, like you said, the things that he should be mindful of and he should know off of, how can I say this? I'm trying to find my words here. The things that he should know and what he's capable of, Dr. Glassman should be more aware of, because it's like, didn't you teach him? You know what I mean? Like, weren't you observing him? Weren't you observing how far, I don't want to say how far, but how the capacity of what he's capable of? Like, you haven't been looking at that? For me, like, I'm looking at my kids, I'm like, all right, I know that you can do that. Like me, if I tell AJ, go in there and warm your stuff up, I know that you can do it. She don't know that she can open the microwave, but I know that you're capable of it. And I seen you stand on the chair before, so if I say go microwave your stuff, you're gonna put the chair up there, you're gonna stand up, you're gonna open the microwave, I'm gonna tell you what number to press, you press it and you keep it moving. You know what I mean? But I know that I could do that from here just based off of the things that I've seen you do in the kitchen by yourself.
Do you think lacking those 14 years before is why Dr. Glassman isn't able to have a full grasp of what Sean can do? Like, because technically he's adopted. So I'm not sure if that's a factor in it. Like, because he didn't raise him up to that point of 14.
But the thing is, from 14 beyond, you have an opportunity to shape it. It's harder because case in point, when we moved to Georgia, my boyfriend's cousin, at the time we moved, he was 12. You know what I mean? He had already had this whole life that he was accustomed to that didn't work with how I operate with my children. You know what I mean? So from there, it's like, okay, you got to unlearn what the bad habits that you've learned that you've acquired, you have to unlearn those, and now I have to put these new ones in you. You know what I mean? So it's tough, but it's not impossible. So unless he was just being lazy and not unless he was just being lazy and just focusing on him as this is going to be like a protege, or you know what I mean, my surgical protege
or
type
since
thing.
he failed so badly with his daughter.
That too.
Yeah, him just trying to say I can raise one child right.
There you go. But either way, you missed the mark. Like there was some there at some point you had to have not been paying attention enough to where you overlook the fact that this nigga don't have no social cues. Like, you know what I mean, little things, and which I mean is hard, but with work and repetitive whatever. I'm tired myself of trying to explain it.
No, I get it, and the passion's appreciated.
I appreciate it, because bitch, I'm out of breath over here and shit. I'm like,
whew. But that leads to one more question about the good doctor. Do you think at any point in this show they need to have Sean look for his biological parents? His dad
was like, I was about to say, like, his mom was kind of more so.
Because it's been a good decade and a half at this point.
Is it necessary though?
Well, when he was talking to Claire about the parent issues and how unresolved issues kind of bring things up, there is that whole element.
If he's already started opening that door, then yeah, I mean.
Plus, with Steve showing up,
I just, because you know, it's like whenever you got a child that's going to search for their parents and the parents gave them up, usually the parent don't be.
They didn't technically give him up. He ran away and they just didn't look.
Exactly. You gave me up, bitch. You didn't come for me. I walked out. I turned around twice to see if you was looking. You turned your back.
I wonder, do they even know Steve is dead?
I don't want him to go look for his parents, but I wouldn't be surprised if he did. And I still would want to kind of see the fallout. But the only thing is, if he goes and looks for them, I don't want them to do like a touch and go type of episode where it's just real quick. Oh, you know, I found my parents. Like, I want them to dive into why. Like, okay, if he goes and looks for his parents, I hope that they're all in better mind spaces, like better head spaces where, I don't know if it was drugs or he was just being abusive or whatever.
The dad didn't have the patience for Sean.
There you go. Whatever their issue was with that, I hope that they've gotten past it to where they're able to actually sit down and have a conversation or whatever, some kind of resolution. The resolution that he's seeking, I'll say, without it like bringing him down. Because like usually when kids go look for their biological parents, like it usually is. It sets them back, and it's just like, damn, bro, you was doing good. You ain't even need these motherfuckers.
I remember that with Anne with Finny. She's looking for her parents this season.
Oh, you having a moment? You
that
just looked off into
space.
Yeah, you had like you looked off into space. Everything like
no, because that show will fuck you up. I love that show.
Oh gosh, I don't got no tissue over here. Look, now
it's fine. You
better look up to the sky and blink fast. Put them back.
My skin's dry. I need the moisture. Speaking of people crying, let's go on to Greenleaf.
I'm going to be honest with you. I have not at all. So I'm going to let you tell me what's been going on with Greenleaf.
Let's see. I'm still stuck on the idea. Did James really do enough to get May back?
Push pause
on this.
Is the white guy out yet?
Bob?
Yeah, I guess.
No.
All right.
We still got 2 more episodes.
And then he's going to get out?
Who knows?
Are they close to getting him out? That's my thing.
They're nowhere near close. Because Grace's
lying
lying for AJ's about to get out. Because what is that man's name? Charity's booth, Phil. Phil knows about it, and he's going to use it in an episode coming up tonight.
It's just drama, but it's not entertaining me anymore. It's just like...
I miss the old church drama.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. First of all... sometimes when you bring white people in, I just be like, oh, never mind. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, we having a potluck or something, white person coming, like, I got the Mac. Oh, never mind. I don't want nothing there. Because if the Mac ain't right, we can't have nothing.
But I think it's good commentary on how commercialized church is.
Probably so.
And also how predatory. Because I don't know.
The predatory aspect, I can agree with that.
For the way that they're making it seem, Bob Whitmore, who's using Phil in order to write all his stuff, is a classic example of a white man being put in front of things so that it becomes more commercially viable. So, because they even had a conversation about how black men have a better chance of becoming big time preachers like T.D. Jakes versus a black woman, because I can't name one big time black woman preacher.
Well,
I hope my friend becomes one, but that's down the road.
Yeah, I don't be listening to them preaching and stuff. No, didn't. See, I don't know if these people that I'm thinking of are preachers or if they just be like motivational speakers, and I'll just be assuming that they speaking for church people because everything I see be on Instagram. So
I got that song stuck in my head now.
What?
That the one with that Shirley something when she's naming all these type of animals.
Oh. No, you talking about the Thanksgiving one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, beans, greens, potatoes.
But I don't know if she's a gospel singer or a preacher though.
Yeah, I have no idea. I don't follow. I'm not religious, so you're asking the wrong person. My dad was still here. He'd have all the answers. You want me to pull some up on my iPad? No, nigga. No, we don't.
Good. I just have a simple question looking for a simple answer.
Not at all. Well, I can sing it for you. I'm gonna use my baritone. No, Dad. Nobody asked for none of that shit.
All right, Billy G.
Not at all. Well, no, none of it, Dad. No.
But jumping back, do you think James has done enough this season to win back May?
No.
Even to the point of getting married?
No.
Do you think it's because if she actually went out, would she be so keen on getting back with James?
You mean like went out and had a life?
Yes, because she barely leaves the damn house.
You're right. If she went out more,
because I'm sure people in the church, if they weren't always together, they would try to be slipping up on her. Because old men in church.
Not for nothing, Lady May ain't nothing to kick a boot at. You know what I'm saying? She still got it. Put a little swoop bang down on there. Go on, Lynn. You got that. So yeah, I'm all for it. But I agree. If you don't leave your compound and you're not even giving yourself an opportunity to be entertained. You know what I mean? You're not even giving yourself an opportunity to entertain any other clowns. Like just, this is the gesture in my house, so I'm gonna just go over here and I'm gonna just let this nigga make me laugh. Nah, go on, let somebody else make you laugh, girl. You never know, you might smile a little brighter, girl.
Which don't make sense because May is petty. So the fact that she's letting all the stuff go, what happened with the
that says that either she's reaching a point in her life where she's fearing that she might be alone alone for the rest of her life or something, or she's like fearful. Whenever I'm about to put my secrets up here. I was like, whenever I'm fearful, I'll be all up under my nigga. No, let me not. That's a lie. If you listening, I don't be up under you when I'm scared. I ain't. Nope, none of that.
But it could also be a Carissa situation. She wants to have that kind of security that she knows outside of that home she can't get. Carissa's mother doesn't like her. May had the same issue when it came to her family. So if she was to leave James fully, who's to say she would get anything?
Big pin on that one. Yeah, no, I see where you're coming from there, and I agree. I definitely can see that. Sometimes it's like if I leave him, I'm not as important. It's like the role. It's not me, it's the role. You get what I'm saying? So it's like if I leave, they just gonna put somebody else in this role and she's gonna be receiving all the praise and whatnot that I was receiving. Or, you know what I mean, getting everything that I was getting. So it's like, let me just go on and accept, all right, this still my man, back up, bitch. That's still mine. He's still preaching over this pussy. All of that shit. You feel me?
And now you understand Carissa's position.
No, fuck Carissa. I don't like that.
But it's almost the same situation. But she don't leave because
she wants...
Because she worked too hard to get to this far.
Yeah, but at the same time, it just be like, Carissa, shut up.
I think the main
because she pushes Jacob it'd be feeling like
because he got caught up by his mama. Somebody gotta push him.
True.
Because everything he does is a reaction to his parents.
That's true. But see, when you say that and then you put me in the mind state of Carissa, I be feeling like I get annoyed because it's like, yo, stop wiping this nigga nose. Like he ain't gonna do it. Like you gonna have to man up and either you become what you want him to be. Or you accept what he's going to be on his own because, like you said, he's been coddled. And it's hard to uncoddle a grown man. Boy, is it fucking hard, bruh. It is hard.
But one thing I would just wish they would do, show her outside of this family more.
That part. Maybe I'd like her more.
Because if they showed her at work being the boss, her handling that, because a lot of times I feel like she's trying to punk her family. I would like to see her try that with outside people. Because we saw what happened when she was messing with Tosh and all them. there was a good back and forth, but
Yeah.
she held her own.
Yeah.
With these people outside of May, she manipulates the fuck out of them. James is a little bitch when it comes around her.
I mean, not for nothing. Old men usually are. Especially if you're young enough. All you got to do is have titties that sit above your navel, and they are on it. They are on it. What you say, sweetie? What you say, baby girl?
You want a
Nigga, I'm 50. You calling me baby girl? That's because I got on this supportive bra. Like, that's really what it be. Like, but I can see that. Like, I think that I probably would like her a little bit more or tolerate her more if I was able to see her outside of the family. Because when I see her around the family, it just be like oh boy, here she go with her shit. Always something. Look at you over there, shady as hell. Put the silverware down. You know what I mean? Like little shit. But I think I would fuck with her.
That would help so much more.
What if her mom is just like her?
Oh, she told us that her mom was a little evil witch. I was possibly jealous of her. That's why I keep seeing that May connection. Because May and Mavis sound like Carissa and her mama. But with that said, I don't think we can save Charity at this point.
Charity look, don't save her. She don't want to be saved. You probably don't know that song, do you? I think that was like, I want to say it was 3-6 Mafia Project Pat. But it'd be like, don't save her. She don't want to be saved. Don't save. And in the background be a girl like, I want to be saved.
The only 3-6 Mafia song I'm familiar with is the one from Hustle and Flow.
Whoa, that trick. No, that wasn't that one. That was Terrence Howard.
I just know they have an Oscar.
They do.
They kind of disappeared after that.
Well, Juicy J still out here. What Juicy say? Nah, I'm not really a 3-6 Mafia fan or like a Southern, but I have become a fan of Juicy J's production. Like when he makes beats and stuff, he be killing it. He give you that shit that make you want to shake one cheek, because only one of my cheeks shake. The other one doesn't really shake, but it makes you want to shake one cheek on it. Ow.
Hold up. When someone shakes your cheek, is that based off of muscle in the backside, or would that just be mostly fat?
I'm still shaking my cheek.
You enjoy it.
No, it's a little bit of both. It's about muscle control and then whatever fat that you have that can make it move. So like I can make this jump like this, and then whatever else meat that's on it, it's just gonna move a little bit when it jumps.
Is there like I'm trying to figure out too much. So what is that a certain diet you need to have both without overdoing on the muscle, not having enough fat?
No. I think for me, it was more so just muscle control, because I ain't really got too much fat. But like when I was working out avidly and building muscle and stuff and being able to control the muscles, I was able to make it move in certain ways. But that was about it. That was a while ago. I ain't been to the gym in a minute, so.
I remember you used to do it all the time on Instagram.
What, be at the gym?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I took a break, and I got to go back because it's funny. Like I keep telling my dad, if you don't use it, you going to lose it. Cause like he had weight loss surgery. He don't be wanting to work out and do walking and all, eating right and shit like that. And I told him, but I stopped working out for a little minute, and now like both my knees is all weak and shit. Like I'm not as strong as I used to be. So yeah, definitely I need to get my ass back into that gym before I fuck around and need a knee replacement at 32.
Speaking of people who might need a knee replacement, do you want to clip AJ at the knees, or he's a circumstance of his?
Now, what did he do? Because I just told you I haven't been keeping up. So tell me what he did, and I'll tell you if I kick him or not.
Okay, so he had Grace Slider hit.
Now, push pause. AJ is the half brother, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So had Grace lied for him.
About
not stealing from the pharmacy all those pills. Then he went over to.
He was so wholesome looking, though. Okay, go ahead. I'm listening.
You look dingy. Anyway, so then he went to Sophia's, who, of course... Hold up, I'm missing a step. He met the family.
Oh, I'm sorry. AJ is the son.
Yeah.
When I said the half-brother, you said, yeah, but you must have been talking about Sophia. I'm thinking you talking about Grace's half-brother, Lionel's son.
Oh,
that's why
Aaron.
I'm like, he didn't see me. But you're like, no, he does look like the type. Okay, so AJ is the one that shows. Okay, run me the list.
Okay, met with May. She knows about Grace lying for him, and of course, May is like, anything that could fuck with me being back in that pulpit.
Bitch, you got to go.
She confronts
in Jesus'
him.
name.
And he refuses to say whether or not he stole. James tried to get some 1,000,001 chances. Charity's recording this whole thing because she's going to give it to Phil.
Of course.
He decides, fuck all y'all. I'm going to go visit my sister and then going to be off in the wind.
Mm-hmm.
And then Sophia, because she wanted to give her brother money, a good wad of money too. I'm like, where's all this money coming from? Like, are they still stealing from the church? Anyway, while she's digging in his thing to hide some money, finds all the pills.
So is he trying to sell them or he's using them?
We don't know. At this point, we just know that he likes to steal.
Well, klepto.
Mm-hmm.
It's klepto.
So now comes the question. Should he be considered trash or not?
I mean, yeah, you lied. Later for the stealing, but you lied. We can't get past, like, you steal from me, that's one thing. But if you lied to me, that's a whole different thing. So once you lied, that's it right there. And then once you start lying and bringing in other family members into the bullshit, now it's just like, bro, if you want to be a tornado of hell, just ruin my shit. Don't come in here ruining everybody's shit. Because then they like, yo, you let this motherfucker in here and he done stole everything from everybody and ruined the fucking, came in with the winds and I came in like a wrecking ball out this bitch on some Miley Cyrus shit. You feel me? Now you fucking up everybody else's thing. So yeah, nah, he's trash and she's, whatever.
Which leads to the question of Phil. Does he get the same treatment even though he technically is from a different perspective?
Phil's been trash. The second that you said, oh, you could just tell me what they're doing and I'll keep trying. No.
So we have no sympathy for the fact that Phil's being used at all by Bob?
Nope. Black men been being used by white men for mad long, bruh. You should have been able to point that out and be like, nah, I see what you're trying to do. I ain't going to do this for my people.
Okay, let's bring someone else into this use thing. Do you think Nikki's using Zora?
Nikki is
Dante's ex, as of the last episode.
Wait, wasn't that when they were...
Also, Dante's now seeing Sophia, who's possibly trying to get back at Nikki. That's a whole different thing.
God damn. Oh, wait. Is this when we was talking about bisexual stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
About possibly Nikki coming on to Zora.
Got you. No, what was the question? Now that I've gotten the characters
Is Nikki
right?
using Zora? And is she trash?
Well, why would you think that what would make you present that as a question?
The way I'm looking at it is we don't know Nikki because anybody that's not a Greenleaf, we don't get to know that well.
Very true.
So Nikki, we saw, was with this up-and-coming basketball player.
Okay.
Who, because
with the whole life coach thing with Zora's daddy and whatnot. And then he liked Zora. And no, Zora liked him.
Yes.
And Nikki liked Zora.
Nikki, we don't know if it was keep your enemies close or because she liked her. But now that Dante has broken up with Nikki because Dante doesn't want to apologize for what he did with the whole burning up the flag thing, she now moved in with Zora and is like damn near family. Somebody even confuses her with Sophia. And then when Sophia comes back to like hang out because of the engagement party for Meg and James, Dante comes in with one of Nikki's boxes and those two go off on what may be considered a date. So Sophia's getting messy.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. It could be a using situation. I like the way you said it, keep your enemies close type thing. Because I've had that situation where you.
But now she's not an enemy.
But yeah, now you're not an enemy. But at the same time, if I don't want you to be with my boyfriend, and me and my boyfriend break up, I still don't want you to be with my boyfriend. Wow. Like I still don't want you to be with my boyfriend. So, and especially if I'm living with you and I'm like benefiting from still being around you and being cool with you, yeah, I'm gonna make sure you not messing with my boyfriend, and I'm gonna live here for free in this nice ass house.
Cause Zora's lonely.
Zora is. Listen.
What happened to all her smoke buddies from season 1?
Zora tried to change her life. She tried to Kanye it up, and realized nobody else wanted to Kanye it up with her.
Which leads to, am I missing anything else? Oh, my favorite topic. What the hell is the origin of Connie and May having a fight? Why
Connie is the deaconess, right?
Yes.
With the bad attitude. She get on my nerves.
I want to know more about her.
Yeah,
what
same.
is this beef?
Because she's like a sanctified villain.
Yes, but with no backstory.
At all. Why is she so upset with them? That's what I want to know. Why does she dislike them so much? From like season 1, even when she was like working well with the whole, pastor and everybody, like she still kind of gave that hint of, I don't fuck with y'all niggas.
Did Mac dump her? Because that's really the only fact.
See, I don't be thinking about none of that shit, and then you just be like, yeah, well, let me throw this monkey wrench in, and I'll be like, oh, girl.
Because think about
it. As fucking Days of Our Lives, okay, let's go church.
Because think about it. Mac is the main thing she's using to get everybody out. She claimed that May knew what was going on, probably claimed James knew what was going on. Mac is the key figure. So it's possibly that she used Mac for every little last...
You serious? Ma'am, we are recording. Take that loud stuff back upstairs. So into the fucking YouTube show.
We'll be back after this parenting break.
We're almost done recording. We're back upstairs and we need... Bro, I don't even eat 3 meals a day.
And we're back from a parenting break.
Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that. It was apparently lunchtime.
Way past lunch.
Oh yeah, but we operate on a different schedule. If she wake up, if I let her sleep, she'll wake up around 11:30. So then that's breakfast is at noon. You know what I mean? So lunch is usually around 4 o'clock.
I understand, because sometimes.
And then my ass be like, dinner's at 5. Even if lunch is at 4, dinner's at 5. Because I'm out at 6. I'm clocking out at 6, bro.
So.
All right.
Speaking on the whole Zora, Dante, Sophia.
We was off that. We was talking about Connie.
The break took me out.
I'm sorry.
Connie. Mac is being used for a scapegoat.
Everything, yeah, to keep everybody.
So comes the question, did she have a relationship with Mac of any form? Because he did handle the money, so they had to interact.
I wouldn't be surprised if she had a relationship with him and then just felt so disgusted when she found out, like maybe they were in a relationship and like she walked in or something, seen a phone message or something of him and found out what he was doing and then was just like disgusted by it. Like I'm gonna bring down anybody who knows about this type thing. No? You think so? No?
Yeah, we're recording.
Yeah. Once that thing starts moving, we're recording.
I'm not used to being in the seat.
I understand. You got the driver's seat, but you sit on the right side, so I guess we're in the UK. Isn't that where the drivers sit on your side, right? Overseas.
It's probably like any place that's not America.
Okay, yeah. So we're not in America right now.
Okay.
Thank God.
So yeah, definitely that.
But I could definitely see that being something. But again, when you present these questions, and I hate when you present these questions because now it's like, well, bitch, I want to answer. Like, Oprah, whoever is over there.
Well,
who's that?
That's
Ava?
a good question. Where's Mavis?
Hello.
Mavis been gone for like a good season now. But she had her little man who did her wrong. She left the state.
Listen, sometimes it be like that. Fuck these niggas. These niggas will run you up out of here. She probably would have found her a white man.
Imagine if she shows up with Bob Whitmore.
First of all, why is his name Bob? Like, I don't.
Just it is the most white Midwestern name you could think of.
Like, yo, everything about him, his arrogance. Just and that's probably why I haven't watched the show like and sat down and really got into it because like
he barely shows up now. Ooh, fun fact. His daughter, well, I forget the child's name. She used to mess around with Phil. And Phil has a history of when he gets sent to churches messing around with somebody. But now his daughter's getting divorced.
So, but wait, don't Phil mess with Charity? Or is that just a business relationship?
Oh, he messed with Charity, met the father and all. So now the question is Charity going to lose her man to not only a gay man the first time, but now a white woman the second?
Oh, poor Charity, bro. Why they doing her like this? Like, I know that I can't stand her with the woe is me, but why they doing her like this, bro?
You start to understand why I think this show does not like dark-skinned black women.
Yo, bro, let her catch a break, bro. Because I can't find a justification. Like, I'm trying to justify why they doing you like this, Charity, because you get on my fucking nerves. But maybe you just get on my fucking nerves because they doing you like this. God, dog.
All my life I had to fight.
Oh my God, it's just like, bitch, I don't even want to love no more. You know what? Just take it. What's her name? Summer Walker has a song called Just Might, and she's saying like basically like this shit hard. I don't want to do this shit. I'm just might be a hoe. Charity, just might this bitch, man. Just might it.
Speaking of old people, hold on. Let's talk about Ready to Love.
Okay. Oh yes, let's talk about. Damn. Oh man. Why we break down? That's the last topic.
For Greenleaf, yeah.
No, I'm talking about Ready to Love. That's the last.
No, we got that. Then we got Dolemite and a few little other things.
All right, let's get through Dolemite and a few other things. Let's save Ready to Love for last.
All right, Dolemite.
Matter of fact, let me get my notebook because I had a notebook on Ready to Love.
She had notes for this.
I wasn't expecting that to be a good show. I didn't call my sister.
I have good taste.
I'll call my sister like, bitch, you need to watch this show. I know, and she's like, why? Because my sister will be 40 next week. Mm-hmm. So she's like, why? And I'm like, I don't want to say like old people, but it's 30 something plus, and they still finding love. You might too. That's shady as fuck. Say no, my sister in a whole relationship. Her boyfriend get on my nerves.
All right, Dolemite.
All right, yeah, let's go.
I appreciate how they showed that Tyler Perry wasn't the first one. Dolemite made a way, found his little community, and he did the Chitlin circuit.
Yes,
got his money, got his movie,
put somebody on. Let's not forget that. That's very important.
Queen Bee, Lady Reed,
put her on.
Somebody you would never expect to be on screen.
Mm-hmm. That moment when she stopped him, but as they were on their way to the premiere, and she was like, "I really just want to thank you. Like I never seen nobody that looked like me on the screen." Oh boy, you want to talk about a boo-hoo. And bitch was in here like, this is just black representation. It's so important.
Could we also add it? I was glad that they didn't cast Jill Scott like they do for most big black women.
And you know what? Jill Scott is a beautiful woman, and I feel like that's why they cast her, because she's so facially aesthetic. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like Jill Scott has this big girl welcoming face that just is, I'm look friendly.
Like your mama. That mom, you just want to hug and
exactly,
just smother me.
Exactly.
Smother
but
me.
With what was her name? Lady May? Lady
Reed.
Lady Reed.
Her real name is Divine Joy Randolph.
Yeah. Well, with Lady Reed, she had that. Do you remember the show Thea? Thea. She was like a black mama, and Jason Weaver was one of her sons. Was that Thea?
No.
Oh my gosh, bro, your childhood.
We have a 4-year difference here.
Yeah, I mean, I keep forgetting that too, but then at the same time, you're over 25, so it don't matter.
I know, because it's the internet, but I don't know. What channel was it on?
TV show. I don't remember channel. I just remember.
All that.
Thea.
Who are these people?
Oh, is that Jason Weaver? Yeah, I still think that's Jason Weaver. Look at the socks and the shoes on that nigga. Fam. But yeah, no, this show was really good. Died. Was it? Yep, it was Jason Weaver. And Brandy was on there.
Yeah, I saw Brandy. He looked like half the cast from freaking a UPN show, a Smart Guy.
Oh, and Yvette was there. Yeah. No, but it was a really good show.
Did you know the full series of Smart Guys coming on Disney Plus?
Yeah, I'm getting Disney Plus. You know how I said I was never going to pay for a ship? Now I'm probably going to get Disney Plus.
I already was going to get it.
Yeah, I know you was, but I was debating. But I think I am going to get it. All right, come on, back to Dolemite, because we got another topic.
Anyway, did you find it funny at all?
Yes. The only thing, like, I found it funny, but it wasn't a knee slapper. Like, I appreciated it more than I found it funny.
You may say the same thing about Arsenio Hall when you see his special later on today.
You're right. I probably will. Is it a stand-up special?
It's a taping, not a special.
Okay.
You respect him because he got that clout.
But see, I'm not going to, with the movie, I didn't find it hysterical. But I appreciated it for the culture. I appreciated it for what I was seeing, for the representation. I appreciated it for the journey, for him being told no so many times, and like just the shit that they were saying, I don't know about that. It probably won't sell, that type of thing. Or like, you haven't done this before. I appreciated it for what it showed me. Like, I had tweeted a while ago, create the work that you seek. And I feel like that's what it was showing me. Like how he just was like, well, what you mean? No. fuck out of here. No ain't gonna do nothing for me. I'm gonna go do it myself.
Didn't know karate, but he made it look like he did.
You feel me? Say he studied and was, doing all this. So I appreciated what I saw, but I don't think it had me like cracking the fuck up. But
Wesley Snipes was a surprise. He gave me Tu Wong Fu vibes a little bit.
Yeah. I I liked his character. I liked it and I hated it. I liked how just the arrogance of it. I appreciated it. When he was bringing the people together, the writers, the actors and stuff like that, like I appreciate that's your photography guy? He like, yeah. Oh, your photography guy? He's like, yeah, that's him. He like, oh, he don't know what he doing. What you mean? And then, because at my time, I'm like, oh, this nigga just hating. Like, I felt like, he was just walking around the set on some hating shit. But really, he was on some, like, nah, like, that's not how light works for black people. You feel me? Like, running it down. So it's like, I see where you're going. The only thing is, like, at the end when they finished filming and everything and he walked off, like he was like on some fuck y'all niggas, this is gonna be bullshit, don't even see, like this is not even gonna be good, this probably won't come out. That nigga left and came back to tell them that this shit's not gonna be good, like y'all shit going fucking flop, it won't even be made, it's not gonna be seen in films, I'm never gonna see y'all again.
I still appreciated him showing up.
I did.
He was like, I know y'all niggas ain't doing shit, but I can still put you on a little bit.
I appreciate that, because sometimes you just need a little bit of help, just a little, because it's not like they didn't learn anything from him. They definitely learned from him.
He told them where they were fucking up left and right. And he did give him a compliment when they made that little funny scene with the sex scene. He's like, that shit was funny.
There you go. And I'm mad I had to like breeze through that because AJ was sitting right here like this and shit. So I'm sitting here and I'm like, oh. Like I seen him start making the pictures move and shit, and I'm like, oh.
One of these days I need to actually see the movie.
You said see the movie?
Yeah.
Well, the original.
Dolemite.
Yeah. All right, so we should definitely put that on the docket.
So we need to get a black subscription service.
I feel like if we watch remakes, we should watch the originals and do comparisons.
I know. I'm watching Dr. Sleep tomorrow.
Why does that sound familiar?
Because that's the sequel to The Shining. With the little black girl.
That shouldn't sound familiar. Why does that sound familiar, bitch? Because you're scared. Turn around.
Is it really? Hold up. Let's get off of Dolemite real quick. What are your top scary movies for you? Since you're apparently easily triggered.
Yeah, but I don't know, because I haven't watched like really scary movies in a while. When I was younger, I used to watch them a lot. I watched The Ring and shit like that.
And
but
then something happened and it became too real.
Because you know what it is? They started playing with these spirits. I don't fucking play with spirits. Like that's just I'll be all right with that. Like I don't like anything where it scares me in my defense. Like if I was in that situation, how would I defend myself? What the fuck I'm gonna do against the spirit, bro? Like I don't. Well,
that's when you're gonna be sad that you're not religious.
No, but see, I really feel like. And my idea is that.
Ooh, my leg is sweaty.
My idea is that if it's what you believe becomes real. So I don't believe in I believe in spirits and energies and all that stuff, but like I won't put energy into believing in bad spirits. So when I watch those type of movies, it kind of like creates this facade in my head where this shit could be real. Like, oh wow, what would you do in that situation? Right now, I'm like I don't know, because I'm not in that situation. I don't have to think about myself being in that situation. But when you watch one of those movies, you just be sitting there like, damn. When you telling this bitch to run, you just like, well, what would you do? Would you run? Because where you running to? You know what I mean? Like those type of things scare me outside of normal. So that's why I'm like, that's when I started falling off. Like I did the Saws, you know what I mean? I did
How do you feel about the Jordan Peele ones?
Oh, I didn't really think those were horror movies. Like Get Out and Us?
Yeah.
Yeah, those were good.
Those were not horror movies?
I didn't take them really as
Maybe as a black male, I saw Get Out as very much a horror movie.
I mean, yeah, I saw it both of them more so as political pieces, like not political, but like statement pieces.
I can understand Us as a statement piece. Because it's been so long. What was Get Out statement again?
Bitch, watch your black skin around these white people because they want to be you.
Makes sense.
like I seen those as statements. I mean, they had eerie moments, but I wasn't like scared. Like I was more so like, dang, that's crazy. Like the creative genius behind making that statement by telling that story. Like
It makes that whole fact that he tried to revive the Twilight Zone forgiving.
yeah, because I definitely like I remember him trying, and I seen a little clip of him like standing in front of the stars, like, "Hi, I'm whatever fuck my name is."
Damn, I just said it like a minute ago.
I couldn't. I was like, "Is that Jordan or is that the key guy?" I don't know.
Jordan Peele.
But yeah, like, "Hi, I'm Jordan Peele, and I'm on Twilight Zone," and then like I switched the TV off or switched, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, because I definitely didn't hear any like super great reviews about the Twilight Zone.
Speaking of black creatives, how do you feel about Zoe Kravitz now playing Catwoman?
I love it. I think it's appropriate, and I think I'm not gonna say I think she'll do like off of looks alone. I think she'll do a good job. Like she'll look good as in the role physically. Like
I think it might be one of the few times she's not playing a token.
thank God, thank God.
But it's a fun fact. She auditioned for Christopher Nolan, but he said that she
Who's
was too.
Christopher Nolan?
The Batman trilogy, which had Heath Ledger as Joker.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
She auditioned for Catwoman for that one, but she was told she was too urban.
Really?
Yeah. And we know urban's a code word.
Of course. But she's so far from urban. She doesn't have urban color skin. She just has urban hair.
Yo, she had an urban movie that was really good, and I'm not playing this as a joke that we're doing right now, where she was somebody's girlfriend, and then he got shot up, so she had to get revenge. I can't remember the name of it, but it was good.
We can Google it. I'm because it sounds like it was, so I'm gonna have to Google it because I want to see.
Like
it.
I'm dead ass a Zoe Kravitz fan.
I like her.
I don't know.
That's because I like her parents. Like I really like her parents. You give me some Denise and some Senna, I'm all here for it.
Does Lisa even act anymore? Or she just pop out kids and hang out with her husband?
Yeah, she just hang out with that sexy Aquaman, but she turning that nigga into a dad bod, so I ain't mad at it though.
He's still big as hell.
I still ride that wave.
But he's light skinned though.
Who?
Jason Momoa.
Ain't he white?
No, he's some type of islander.
Okay, so I'll take it even still. I'll
More
ride
than
that
likely,
wave.
He's some type of cousin to The Rock, since almost everybody's related to The Rock that's from Samoa in those islands. His family must get around.
Y'all listen. I'd be so confused with The Rock. Like, if I hear him say, like, anything remotely close to, like, being, I don't want to say nigga, because I don't think I've
His dad's black.
Yeah, I know that, but it just be like, you forget it. But I've been a Rock fan since I was here. Like, I'm talking when the book came out, I used to sit on my porch and read the book. Like,
there was a book?
Yes, and it had pictures. Yes, young me was getting, I love those pictures.
Okay, we know what your first experience was.
That wasn't even my first experience. I was a pro by then.
Amari wants to talk about Brandon T. Johnson.
Okay, whatever, so yeah, I want to I want to touch base on this real quick. Now, you said, the thing that was going around with him was the whole idea that after he played, Martin Lawrence's son on Big Mama's House, his career went downhill.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
He looked busted as hell, by the way.
Yo, didn't he?
Because I was like, wasn't you?
When I opened it, I'm like, who is this? And then I'm like, I don't even know. I ain't never seen you in no movie. And then I Googled the movie, and I'm like, oh, how you've changed.
Because I dead ass thought that was the person who played Shaft's son in the new Shaft. And I was like, oh, you're getting your Negroes mixed up. But at the same time, all these Negroes look and act the same.
Ones, yes, they do.
They all seem like they're little Will Smith clones. Like, I need him to... all these swinging rooms between Jada, I'm like, I found all the evidence.
Stop, yo. Oh, my God.
Because all these little dudes all have the same skin tone, damn near.
Oh, my
They all got the same ab formation. They all want to be in the singing and rap. I'm like, damn, Will, I know you influential, but shit.
Now, see, here's the thing. Brandon T. Jackson, isn't he the one that took part in trying to set Kevin Hart up for money with that girl?
I don't know.
If I'm not mistaken, Let me just double check. But if I'm not mistaken, he was one of the ones. Let me see. Brandon Jackson, Kevin Hart.
Excuse me. Kevin Hart's back to filming stuff now. So
Is he?
You know, all them things, all the contracts he probably signed, he ain't gonna be able to get free.
Who?
Kevin Hart, he just a little slave at this point.
See, I can't say anything bad about Kevin Hart because
I'm
I'm not about to burn my bridges.
I'm not
my
saying
VIP bridges. I love the Heartbeat Productions. Y'all are the best. Plastic Cup Boys, y'all are awesome. Stand-ups be rocking, all of that. I'm not about to burn my connections. No. Okay, so all right, I thought it was Brandon Jackson, but it's JT Jackson that was arrested in the sex extortion tape. Gotcha. So yeah, all right, never mind. Brandon Jackson, you good to go. You just look weird now. That's all. So, I'm not feeling the dreads. They look a little fake too, but I digress.
All dreads look fake.
No, I'm just saying. You could tell the real from the fake. You could tell the real from the fake. You could tell the real from the fake.
I don't know if this was a song that was
made. I just put a song right there. Just a little, but yeah, you could tell when the faux dreads like, and I just Kiki Palmer and that was that woman pimping, what when she was a woman
movie.
Yeah, she had terrible ass faux locks.
She played a good lesbian though. But at the same time, that's what I appreciate about black actresses versus black actors is that they have diversity in their roles.
We definitely do.
Zendaya has diversity. Kiki Palmer has diversity. Even what's her name? Storm Reed got diversity.
I agree.
Raven-Symoné.
Let's give her flowers. What are you
talking about? The Cosby Show, Hanging Mr. Cooper. Then she had that film that had Ryan Destiny in it, when she was playing a bully. Child, don't ask me.
It's old back in the day.
You know how you have issue with names? I have an issue with names of films.
There we go.
Because I've seen too many. At this point, it's like I've seen it.
Yeah, like Raven, she definitely, and now she's playing a mom.
Raven's Home.
I love that show. Like I don't watch it as often because I don't really watch TV that often, but I love that show. From what I saw, I was
liking the first season. I forgot why I fell off on the second season.
Yeah, I don't think I made it to the second season.
I remember the first season had a little bit of dark humor because about the divorce and Chelsea situation, but I think they lightened it up a little bit.
But you know what? That was my whole issue. Like when they brought back Boy Meets World as Girl Meets World, my issue. Okay, I hated it. I wanted to smack everybody involved and then punch them in the nose.
I talked to this girl on Twitter. She basically breaks down on a regular basis how terrible this show was.
It is.
Especially when it came to Maya. How are you going to be having all this privilege, all this type of stuff, and you going to still be whining and complaining?
See, I didn't even get that far into it to be having like a whole breakdown because I was a very big Boy Meets World fan. Mm-hmm. I'm talking up until like recently when they stopped playing it regularly on the channels that I watch. Like I really fucked with it, and I really fucked with like how heavy hitting the topics were. Like they were really touching base on real shit that kids needed to see representation of. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like Sean and his dad being an alcoholic and being abusive and shit like that. Him always being over at the Matthews house. You know what I mean? Just little like not even little things. I'm pretty sure there was a situation about sex somewhere, but that's what I'm thinking I'm about to get when I'm like, okay, I know it's on Disney, but they're gonna give me something.
Have you seen Andy Mack?
Yeah, I think I watched one episode of that by accident. She's like
I watched from beginning to end of that series.
Little Asian girl, right?
Biracial Asian.
Okay, but I was in the ballpark.
It started just the fact that they started with her being a child out of wedlock was a lot to me.
Okay, so say no more. I'm gonna watch. And
the series is done so that you can just binge the whole thing.
Yeah, but like with Girl Meets World, my biggest thing, I'm like, wait, so your biggest issue here is a necklace that you may or may not have stolen? Turn this shit the fuck off. Turn this off. This is not teaching these kids anything about the world. That's the whole purpose of it. Boy Meets World. Boy is going into the world. Let's teach the boy about the world. The real world. Not this Disney facade that y'all have created in which only men and women date, and you know what I mean? Like that, like there's no real representation of the world. Shit sucks.
I think though, what was the worst things that happened on that show was the fact that Maya's father left. Mm. They had an autistic kid on there. Oh, Asperger's. That's the kind she had. somebody died that wasn't really a main character. There was Ava. Ava's parents were getting divorced and they were abusive toward each other.
Okay.
But she was a supporting character, and mostly she just burst into the door saying, "It's Ava Morgenstein." So it was more of a joke than anything.
Yeah, fuck the show then. All right, what's next on the docket?
I believe it's time for Ready to Love.
Let's go on in love. What you got?
Ooh, I want to start with that comment that I can't remember her name because she got eliminated. She said black men.
You talking about Christina?
No.
Which one? Who else was it? It was Christina was
the one who was looking at Brent, but then Aisha swooped in. Oh my God, she got notes for real.
I had a lot to say.
I'm about to check out my character, guys.
Angie with the short hair.
Yes. How do you feel about that comment she made that black men don't cheat because black men don't commit?
I want to say I see no lies. I mean, but at the same time, that's to like kind of generalize that applies to all black men, which it doesn't. However, I do agree. I've been in situations where I'm like, yo, how could you? And they're like, nigga, we not together. And I'm like, oh shit, we not. Like, damn. So yeah, I mean that's true. And not for nothing. Me being a female and having male friends, I legit see my male friends. Like not even see, but they acknowledge to me that this is basically what it is. Like I'd be like, oh well, how's such and such gonna feel? That ain't my girl. Literally, that ain't my girl. So it's just like,
why does that seem so offensive?
Because at the same time, like when we say that ain't my girl, like first of all,
then again we have flip situations. You mostly have male friends. I mostly have female friends.
True, very true. So like from a guy's perspective, a guy genuinely like, all right, I have a friend who has people hit him up, and he'll say like, I'm not interested in these people in that manner, and I say, well, why you keep entertaining them like that? Well, because I'll be bored. So it's like,
there's this quote from Oversimplification of Her Beauty that I'm trying to remember. Something to the, long story short, the idea was this person is accessible. That's why they're in my life, because the person I truly want, I don't have access to.
I can see that too. Triggering. Woo.
That is a good movie, but it's also boring as shit because he keeps looping it. It's by that dude who he was gonna do some movie, big ass afro. It's a good movie, but it's just really spacey.
That was triggering. Ooh, child, the trigger.
But when it comes to Ready to Love, do you think there's enough communication that the fact that because those people aren't committed like actual boyfriend and girlfriend, that the women understand that they shouldn't be getting jealous like that?
No, I think women up there are doing exactly what women have typically done. Not all women, but most women have typically done, where it's just like, because you feel the connection and it's made clear that there's an interest in return, you kind of take that, put it in your pocket, and you run with it. Like I feel like,
because your girl Angie was like, I want someone to chase me.
Yeah, she said one thing that I definitely liked. When like you said, when Alexis came over and Brent started talking to her, and she said, one thing about me is I like who like me. And then she walked off. I understand, but, and I said it in here.
Let's know it was Aisha, not Alexis, but keep going.
Whatever.
Just in case people think, I don't know.
Where is it? Oh, Angie's mentality in the environment won't help her find the love.
That's what I kind of wonder with the show. Do they truly filter these people out?
Because her mentality, the way that she was coming, it just wasn't like her. And then also
Nina?
Kimber. Yeah, Nina with the short hair that got into the argument, right? Nina. Them two, I feel like
this show for
she's
them.
so broken. Like every time they show her, and I don't want to say like she's so broken, but she's coming off as being so broken. And like, so I don't want to say introverted, but it just seems like she wants people to swarm her, and then she's getting it looks like she's getting jealous of, like, all right, you know how you just be sitting there like, okay, I'm going to sit here and sit pretty. And why don't y'all see me over here sitting pretty? But then everybody else is talking and talking. You're like, I'm just gonna sit right here and be pretty until somebody comes and sees that I'm pretty. And you just like, well, why ain't nobody saying that I'm pretty? Well, bitch, you got to go out there and talk to people. You can't be over here with a scowl on your face and wondering why don't nobody want to come talk to you. You unapproachable right now.
And did you see what she did with Brent? Not Brent. Darren. Darren's Aisha's man. She's going after him now.
Yeah.
Ashima.
No, Ashima.
I'm mad at the fact that Darren was downplaying his relationship with Ashima while talking to Nina, and that's my communication issue.
See, and I don't like that because I definitely liked Darren at first. Like, I mean, not to say that I don't like him, but I like the connection him and Ashima had a lot.
Cause they was
and just like she said in the little the previews for the next episode, I don't know if it aired or not because I watched everything on demand. But she was saying how like, oh, like in my mind, like he's my boo, like I'm feeling him, like, and that's where it is right there in my mind. And so all the girls, if I like you in my mind, you mine. So it's just like, nah, that's not how it works. So you setting yourself up to be hurt because we all know what we're here for. We're here to explore our options. And I feel like they might have forgotten that quickly.
But that's another thing about this show I don't get. At what point do any of the women or the men say, leave that one alone, they got a connection?
Exactly. So, like, is that ever going to happen? Is that a part of the plan? Or is it just, y'all just kind of finagle your way through until you
Because that was the problem with season 1. It was more women than men, so it was basically like the men got to be hoes, and they had to pick of the litter. And even though they try to even things up this year, it's still kind of like that.
You got can see that.
London, who's juggling Alexis and also Divine.
London is Big Blue Daddy.
The one who used to be a football player's dad was a
Big
football
Daddy
player.
Blue.
Big Daddy.
That's what she called him.
I'm mad what you called. She held it down.
That's what she called him.
Okay.
Because Divine and Chica, they know each other, so they said they was plotting. She asked Chica, she said, who you like? He like, I like the one in the black. She said, oh, I like the one in the blue. Oh, and they over there talking to each other. She said, we gotta break that up. She said, I want Big Daddy Blue. That's what she called. So that's what I've been calling
Did you see
him.
how Chica got eliminated? By Tondi.
Was this a recent episode?
Saturdays.
Okay, so I didn't, I don't watch TV on Saturdays and shit. So I didn't see it. So no, I didn't know that.
Do you want me to leave it alone? Because I'm telling you, when you see it, you're going to be like, this nigga is full of it.
Chica,
Chamuka.
I felt
the barber.
When they when they first introduced Chica, I was like, okay, he's different. I like him when he was talking to Divine. She got on my nerves too, by the way. I like her, but
she and Chica, you don't see them too much.
No.
When it comes to screen time.
Well, I know that first mixer that they had, she was a touch my skin, how I feel. And then like when she went out with, what was his name, Mike, that got eliminated.
Yeah.
When she went out with Mike.
Bootleg Alex. Yeah.
When she went out with Mike and he all like looking at her like she's a fucking piece of vegan meat or something because he was all fitness and shit. So I figure he likes the tofu or something. But he was looking at her all like he was about to slop her down. She was like feeling uncomfortable, and I understand because the way he was looking at her was making me uncomfortable. But at the same time, you can't walk around trying to like use your physical to like get the attention of people and then get mad when that and talk about, oh, I want to be like for my marriage.
I think the argument is with that is like the idea is your physical is going to be the hook. Like,
but even if it is like physical, like look at it, don't be all touchy-feely, because once you start inviting people to touch on you, they start feeling comfortable touching on you even when you don't invite them. You get what I'm saying? So it's like with certain, I hate that we have like women have to curve their their ways because men can't contain themselves, and I'm using air quotes by the way, and all of this stuff. But at the same time, it is what it is. This is the environment that we're in, the society that we're in. So if you're out here telling all of these different men in the house that, oh yeah, touch my skin, is it soft? Like you're trying to be seductive. You're trying to entice them in a manner that keeps them coming back. But you got to also realize these are grown men.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want some touch my skin type shit, they're not gonna sit there and be like, oh, I think she wants me to. No, no, no. She want me to be up in this. She like me. She want me like this. So now I'm comfortable to come around and do that little shit that men do where they touch you on the side of the waist when they pass you. Excuse me, excuse me, excuse me. Nigga, your hair don't need to be down there. You feel me?
But when she had London touch her heart.
Yeah, you feel my heart racing.
But there's this thing on the own YouTube channel where this lady who's she's on one of the marriage shows on OWN where she tries to break down the body language, and I like the way she tries to flip it in a way with showing that Divine's trying to be vulnerable, showing that she's open to love and stuff like that. Okay, maybe I'm romanticizing it.
I mean, to each his own. Me personally, because I know how I am about being touched.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I'm not gonna say like, oh yeah, I'm the best, because right now I look like total shit. But you know, when I'm usually looking like somebody, you know what I mean? You get a lot of attention, and when girls who do tend to get attention, it's a certain way that we have to. What the hell, girl? It's a certain way that we have to kind of conduct ourselves so that so that regardless of the type of attention that we're getting, we don't look like that's what we were trying to solicit. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes, I don't. At least when it comes to you, I would see it as you want to convey a certain level of intimacy when it comes to it, and touch is a bit too much because then that's
Exactly.
oils energy on physically
Once you start like once you start physically touching one another, then it's just this comfort level, this boundary that's like, oh, all right, this boundary no longer becomes a boundary because you allowed me to come physically into your space.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? So it's like I understand like wanting to hook these dudes, but doing all of that touch, oh, my skin is it soft, like da da da, like you're trying to get them to think about you more and all of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But when men think, what do they think with mostly?
Their eyes, their hands, and of course the man downstairs.
I was just waiting on you. You gonna bring Peter up, or do I need to? They usually think with Peter, and Peter Picker, he just be down there like, okay, doing that little thing that men do when you make the little muscle jump or whatever. And it all right. So here I wrote a whole little paragraph. God damn. I hate how she used her physical on the first night, then got offended by the mention of her body. It's like, yeah, you want to be wanted for your merit, but don't expect that as you're dangling raw meat in front of the dude. Like,
but I think it also applies to context. In that moment, she wanted to be complimented. In that dating, because she was in a mixer. But when it was a one-on-one thing, that intimacy, she wanted to have an actual conversation.
And that's fair. That's fair. But the only thing is, you have to keep in mind.
Keep the same energy?
Not even keep the same energy. You just got to keep in mind that when you meet somebody on initial, like, all right, so if I meet you in person, all right, here, perfect example, in the bowling alley. Everybody who I've met in the bowling alley, they know me for being like uppity, not uppity, but like bubbly. I'm trying to get like, you know what I mean? Like I'm social, I'm making everybody laugh, you know what I mean? It's a good time around me. So every time they see me, even if we're not in that environment, that's what they expect from me. You get what I'm saying? So it's like sometimes I want to sit down and have a serious conversation with people, but they're so used to seeing me in the light that they met me in that it's like you can't even open your mind to the possibility that there's something more to me. So I feel like in that situation, whereas it's like, AJ, what the hell are you doing? There ain't even that much stuff up there. So I feel like in that situation, it's like she the first night showed them this side of her and kind of like eased that physical boundary down where it's like, yeah, I know you see that I'm attractive and I want you to be attracted to me, but you're giving more so physical than mental. You know what I mean? Like if I'm talking to you and I'm doing all of this touching you and stuff, you're not really fucking with what I'm saying. You like, oh,
I have a shiver on my shoulder.
You go, move a little bit to the left. You know what I mean? Like that's where you take it. You don't like you know what I mean? And I feel like she took that, and then when she got into the dating scene, the person that she was with wasn't mature enough to understand. Okay, there's more to her than just physical from what I've seen the first night. So I put blame on both of them. Well, if blame even needs to be a thing, but I would put that on both of them because it's like, okay, for you gotta not be so lenient with a physical boundary or not put yourself, your physical appearance as the forefront of what you're offering on an initial encounter. Because if that's the forefront of what you're offering, that's what they're taking. They don't give a fuck about your brain, bro. They looking at your ass. They looking at how cute you are. They looking at, how well your makeup is and how nicely your wig is laying down. You know what I mean? They not even paying attention to that almost 50 neck that you got. But we ain't even gonna talk about that. You know what I'm saying? Just saying, you can always tell a woman's age in her neck.
Or in her hands.
And her arms.
The bat wings. Well, that's not good.
But yeah, so
I feel bad.
Pause it real quick. All right, sorry about that, guys.
Parenting break number 2.
Listen, my baby said she hungry. She said, "Look, y'all playing with me? It's lunchtime. Mind y'all, it's 4:00."
So you was talking about Divine going too much off of her physical.
Oh yeah. So I mean, she's a beautiful woman, so she has the space to do that if she so chooses. But when you become that physically friendly with people, or physically, or outwardly in your appearance and whatnot, or you try to whatever, you get what I'm trying to say. When you do that, you just have to be mindful of how you're being received and how you will be received in the future. And like, what, I don't want to say box you put yourself into, but you put up you put yourself in a certain type of compartment. Not saying that you can't get out of, but it's just for men who is trying to get what you are seeking your attention. They get on some shit where it's like, oh, okay, well, she likes this shit. She likes being touched physically. I'm about to walk over to her right now and touch her heart. And you like, nigga, why you fucking touching me? Because that's what you introduced yourself as. That's what you made them think was okay.
Which kind of leads to the need to kind of ask, what is the difference between what she's doing and just being plain old aggressive or taking initiative? Because with this show, you kind of have to do that.
Here's the funny thing about it. She swears up and down she doesn't have any game and she doesn't know how to take initiative. So maybe that's her game.
Playing down what she does.
I don't have game. I don't know. I don't have any game. I don't even walk up to men and talk to them. I don't have game. But yet you walking around telling everybody to touch your skin. You don't know where these niggas' hands been. Niggas don't really wash their hands that often.
My nails are clean.
No, you seem like the type that you probably got hand sanitizer in your pocket.
It's in the car.
But that the average male don't usually listen. Man, listen. My best friend, I bought him hand soap because I wash my hands every time I'm at his house and I use the bathroom. And I happened to look at it one day like, apparently I'm the only person that's been using this hand soap.
Does he?
No. I don't hang around people who do actual adult things.
Oh.
It's like, nah, like he doesn't cook food. Like he's more of a I'm good at ordering out for the kids type thing. So yeah, he doesn't cook for them. But like my thoughts was like, yo, okay. So I was just like, yo, you be washing your hands? It's like, yeah, sometimes. But you'd be surprised. Like, as we sit here and we have that, oh my gosh, that reaction, it's people out there that's probably going to listen and be like, oh my gosh, but then walk out the bathroom and not wash their fucking hands.
I'm used to that happen from a certain kind of pale people, but not from others.
Listen, you'd be surprised. And my boyfriend, he swear up and down, if I use the bathroom, like, I ain't hear no water. Like, because first of all, if I'm asleep and I get up and I use the bathroom, I'm not washing my hands. I'm taking my ass right back to bed. And if you got a problem with that, don't touch me then, bitch, because I'm not touching nobody's food. I'm not touching, well, even if I do touch on myself, it's fine because it's me on me. This nigga be like, oh, I don't have to wash my hands because I don't touch it at all when I use the bathroom. You got that much penis control? By all means, bro. You still should wash your hands because that's just like, you don't shake. You know what? Let me not get into it. But
I'm just processing here.
Yeah, it's a lot to process. But during the day, like, I don't play like that because I don't play with other people. Like that'd be too much.
Because these exceptions are just fucking with me in my head.
Yeah, I'm telling you, like, motherfuckers be nasty.
Because granted, I only know how to cook food. I don't know how to make a meal. But still,
I like the way you did that. Cook food, but make them. Okay, I like that. Yeah, me too.
So it's like not washing your hands in every part of it. even if it, because if you don't in the morning.
Let me tell you, when it comes to cooking, bruh, I'm so fortunate that we buy as many fucking paper towels as we do, because that shit be like, did I just fuck it, wash again, wash again. I don't play that. I do not play that. When it comes to like dealing with, like, if I have to touch somebody else, or touch food for somebody else or anything like that, no. We washing our hands, we using sanitizer, we doing all of that shit, please. And I hate shaking people's hands. But I'm be honest, I hate shaking men's hands.
I wish that wasn't a thing, because then it becomes a strength contest.
We'll see, because you a man. So for me, like, when you shake men's hands, it's just like, I'll be thinking like,
I would think with y'all, they try and do that Ray Charles thing, try to get a little feel on you.
My biggest concern is, did you wash the penis off your hands from when you went to the bathroom? That's all I care about. That's it. That's what I care about. You know what I mean? Like, if you, like I said, in the middle of the night you wake up to pee, you go back to bed, that's on you, because you're gonna wake up and take a shower. Like, I'm assuming, I'm hoping. But if you, like, right now you go upstairs, use the bathroom, and then you just walk out, sir, ain't no water dripping from your hands. Like my son, his little nasty ass. Every time he used the bathroom, like, now he got to the point where he like, all right, I know she gonna ask me if I wash my hands. I happened to walk past the bathroom one day. He put the toilet seat down, and he like, oh yeah, let me wash my hands. That nigga turned the water on, did this under the water, and turned it off. I said, oh, you better use some soap. What's your problem? Well, oh my God, boy, this is so fucking disgusting. So yeah, you can't be having dudes touch all on you and stuff. You don't know what type of penis hands they got. Listen, you don't. All right. Anyways, what we got after?
Let's narrow it down. Who do you think is really looking for love, and who is just there for the game? I think Tandy is looking for love.
Yeah, I think Tandy's looking for love. Let's see.
Alexis is looking for love. Nina is looking for attention.
You think Alexis is looking for love?
I think Alexis is the type where she can take it or leave it, but she would rather find somebody that's actually looking for it.
All I know is her day 2 look was not giving me life. And then when she like, after the first night at the mixer, she came with her A game, because after that she been just kind of mediocre since. Every time she come on screen, I just be like, oh.
I think she got, at this point, she recognized all the attention coming to her, so she's like, I do not have to try that hard.
I could see that. I could definitely see that, because they all was on her.
I ain't trying to be shading her, but look at her competition.
But you know what? I see them as competition, because that pretty girl shit, like, you see how they all swarming around to try to be with, like, that pretty girl shit get old. So it's like, I mean, hopefully she has a personality to go with it.
She talks about her past.
Oh, okay. Does her past?
Yes, it's
explain
like
a little bit more. Like,
it's like one character from last year where she grew up. She was a pretty one. She had to fight all the time. Was in and out of juvenile detention center. Has a problem with authority. So it's like she's trying. I'm not saying if I was her age and in her bracket I would, but it's like she seems interesting.
Who, Alexis?
Yeah, her.
I mean, I like her.
I like her attitude mostly.
I like her for what she, like, the position she puts everybody else in, if that makes sense.
She makes them come correct?
No. I mean, unless you've seen something on a recent episode. I'm talking about, like, when she's around, like, and the men start swarming to her, I like what you get to see from the women, if that makes any sense.
I need you to go further.
All right, so, like, pause
it. And we're back once more. So,
life.
Who's trash? Who's not? Who you think ready for love?
I love Ashima.
I feel like Ashima is gonna be kicked off before this ends.
Yeah, I do too.
She's one of those people who you see is staying just because other people recognize I don't want her, but I see you do, so...
Yeah, so we'll keep it. Like, I didn't like the fight that her and Chica, that's his name, right? Chica, yeah. I didn't like the fight that they had. I felt like he just totally took it extra.
What I didn't understand is, why did he get involved?
And exactly,
he wasn't there.
Exactly.
And then Terry, whatever his name is, why is he telling other people's business?
But you see how when they was sitting down, when Tandy and Nina, right?
Yes.
When Tandy and Nina was sitting there trying to have their conversation, and Chica was sitting between them. Chica, and then who's that? Who else was that? Terry, you said?
Terry's the one that told Chica about the situation.
Whoever it was
Ashima.
Chica. No, it was another
London?
dude.
London was hyping London. Or Terrell. I get them confused sometimes.
Yeah, we're.
I want to say London.
Yeah, I think it was London. Terrell seems a little too not cool enough to have that type of stand.
Terrell is John 2.0.
I agree. It's the second day, so I had to come out with a blatant calm down. But yeah, so like as they just typical, it looked like a high school scene, like because you got the two women trying to like, okay, let's get this together, and then you got the two men making jokes, and it's like, bro, y'all the ones that told us we need to talk it out, we need to work it out, and as we're trying to do that, here you come making jokes and making it harder for us to do that. So I felt like when Ashima came and she's like, this is the problem, like, and he's like, well, you getting loud because you was there. She's like, yeah, I was there. Like, bruh.
And she feels responsible for
it. Exactly. She probably feels bad. Like, not only just responsible, but she probably feels bad that type of thing taking place on her group date. You know what I'm saying?
It's still all Terry or Carrie's fault for telling what Darren was doing or whoever was doing.
But still.
And that's why he got in trouble. This episode you didn't see.
Oh, I'm probably end up watching it. If I can find it on my thing, I'll do it when I'm at the laundromat. I'm telling you right now,
the way Terrell and Ashima have a moment. And it's not a romantic moment. It's just one that is hilarious.
Is it? All right, yeah, I'm going to have to watch it. Because I do love me some Ashima. I went and found her on Instagram and started following her and stuff. She's funny as hell. But I just didn't like how that blow up went. But at the same time, sometimes you need those big blow ups so that you can see these people for who they are. Because up until then, I had liked Chica. But when I seen that, I'm like, yo, you 41 years old. Look at how you're acting. And then she was like, I'm not going to go back and forth with him. And she sat there and she drank. And I'm like, I commend you because I know how hard that is. Me being that type of person I am, like, I'm not going to say I have to have the last word, but you're not going to end the conversation on no stupid shit. You get what I'm saying? So for her to sit there and be like, oh, no, I'm not going to do this with you. She said what she said. And then on top of that, you kind of look like the weaker one when you don't keep fighting back.
That's what I'm trying to figure. How much do barbers make?
It depends.
Because if you compare his profession to the one of all the women and the men, it kind of make it look like he's probably the poorest of the bunch, and he has a lot to be insecure about.
I mean, it really depends. Because my cousin is a barber, and he's very well put together, like very well. Like he bought his wife a Mazzy. And he's got a collection of cars, nice, like they're very, but he owns his shop. So I don't know if Chica is owning his shop or if he's just like you can be a barber and make a decent amount of money, but however, you also got to keep in mind they're in Atlanta. Are they all from or based in Atlanta? Or
they're based in Atlanta.
Okay, so then yeah, he's probably in Atlanta. Like it's not. He probably can make a pretty a nice decent amount, but
I'm trying to remember because during his his introduction, I believe he said he doesn't work out of a shop anymore. He goes to people's homes.
Oh, well then maybe he's one of them high, upper ones. I don't know, but I definitely know that he handled that situation poorly.
And then, is it wrong for me to ask why did nobody hit? Like the men get involved in that at all?
That's another thing.
Because he was popping off to that level where he was seeming like he was
going to get aggressive, and it's just like I said, that situation.
Like London's a former football player.
It showed you so much about all of those people because it's like, okay, you got Chica who's blowing up, you got all the men who are sitting there not doing anything, not helping de-escalate the situation. Even if you don't want to defend Ashima, you could still de-escalate the situation because it's still a woman.
Darren.
Where was Nina? Did we see Nina after
Nina who?
I mean, ain't look, because if we don't see Nina after the blow up start, Maybe Darren had to go to the bathroom and Nina had to go to the bathroom too.
That would be such trash.
Oh, please don't do that to my girl. Not to my Shima.
I already told you about to see some whole shit.
Yeah, it gets hoey.
No, not sexually, but he has a date with Nina and he doesn't fully address the Shima connection. Which is why I do not.
And then when they sat down at the table, that's the part that I seen where she was like, "Oh, well, I was told something different, or I was made to believe something different."
Because that's what I fucking hate about this show. You have all these women who you're told off the bat got bad relationships. You got Aisha who had to get out of an abusive relationship, left the place homeless. You got other ones who had down low men. Other ones who got left because they got in the friend zone or some other stuff. It's like you got all this, and these men don't have the same issues, and they take full advantage of these women. And all you have is nephew Tommy, like, hey, you should try harder. Like, why do they have? I don't know his background. But it's like, why you got this nigga guiding these people?
Yeah, I don't know why they have nephew. He's funny. Don't get me wrong. Like from Steve Harvey,
but this is an Iyanla Vanzant kind of role. Or some kind of person who's a professional, not a commentator.
I agree.
Granted,
definitely.
They try to use the fact he's been married so long, but I'm like, isn't he like most of these media personalities? But he fucked up a long time as marriage and just now got his shit together.
Hello. I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised. That's why it's just like you take it for a grain of salt. Like you just here to talk and let us know what's going on. You're not there to help them. You there to get the tea and spill it to us. Fill our cups. That's what you're there for. Because you can't. No. And now that you said that, it's just like, damn. That's wild, fucked up. Like it's just going to produce more fucked upness because it's like you got these damaged women and these men who haven't had that same level of damage.
Well,
I'm not going to say damage.
Brent notes that he had a verbally abusive relationship with his ex, but at the same time,
Brent it's not going very.
It's not mentioned though what his part was it.
Right.
Like if it's verbal abuse, that means it was both ways. What were you saying? Were you the one that was triggering and she was just reacting to you?
And he's like early 30s, ain't he? He only like 33.
I would have to check the character.
Yeah, I think he only like 33.
Most of them are like for the men, like except for Carrie. Carrie's the only old one.
Carrie's like 50. Carrie was 51. He likes Reva a lot.
I'm already telling you that's going to end.
Good. Oh, with the text message, right? I was thinking about that.
It's not even a text message. It's what follows that.
It was. Oh my. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to watch that shit tonight. Then.
I wish you did, because it's something.
I never knew what night it came on. I was just Saturday. I didn't know that, and then I'll be at the bowling alley on Saturday, so I don't even be home.
So that'll be a Sunday morning thing.
Yeah.
For you. All I'm gonna say is not only what Carrie did was messed up, but what the women did to Reva and nephew Tommy afterwards was also fucked up.
Dang, it was getting shady up there.
How much you want me to tell you?
Don't tell me. All right, what else is on the docket here? Let's get through these episodes.
The only thing I guess, because you didn't see the episode, that messes me up a little bit.
Sorry to throw you off.
Okay, so last thing. Who are the couples for you right now? Because remember, the show's supposed to end with 3 of them.
And the sad thing is, I like people. I don't like the couples. Like I like people.
I like Tandy and Mario, but at the same time, like Tandy they wasn't showed this last episode, so we don't know what's going on with them right now.
At all?
No.
Maybe they good, and they was like, oh, ain't enough drama to show them or something. But yeah, I do like Tandy and Mario. I liked how he de-escalated that situation, and I like how he even kept it straight. Like, yo, she wasn't on my radar at first, but now I'm all about her. So yeah, Angie and Mario, that wasn't gonna work. Nina also liked Mario when they sat down at the.
Good luck though.
Yeah, because I wrote it all down. So Mario likes Tandy, and Tandy likes him. Nina likes Mario. Kari likes Reva, and Shima likes Darren. And what's his name? Kari. Kari confirms that Darren likes Ashima.
How do you feel about Kimber's situation and all this?
Kimber.
Kimber is a dark-skinned girl who Jimmy was talking to alongside Alexis.
She had a little
yes
pulled up here and it came down.
I think she gone.
Kimber, you said Kimber here.
Kimber likes Jimmy.
Yeah, Jimmy. Right here, I see it. Jimmy and the heart. Oh, okay. When he gave her the heart and then Alexis came in with the
Alexis got the heart.
Yeah, Alexis got the heart and then Kimber was why I'm doing this for you? Let the one who you gave your heart to do.
But I'm gonna tell you right now, she is seemingly accepting she's gonna be the second choice, even though she will verbally tell you, "I am nobody's second choice."
I could see that.
And
I could definitely see
and
that.
that's why it fucks with me so much what they do to these women.
They got hella toxic, right? Hella toxic.
They're compromising themselves just so they can have someone to beat. They don't look like a fool on TV.
See, oh yeah, it was London that we was talking about with Chica.
Mm-hmm.
It was London. Yeah. So whatever that is, stop.
That sounds like the dog.
It stopped when I said it, so. Nobody fucking respects me in this house. All right, let's go ahead and wrap it up now. I gotta get her ass out of here because she's about to get on my nerves.
All right, so that was another episode of Getting Ignorant.
I look forward to the Ready to Love recap because I was shocked. I didn't think I was gonna like the show that much. I thought it was gonna be like. These old people
I have
find
good
love.
ass taste, homie, son. I've been doing this for how many years now?
I like it. I like it. The Ready to Love was good. I like it. I like it. I really like Ashima. But you got me scared now. You done said so much about this next episode. I'm like,
because it's messed.
You keep saying it's messed up. All right, so is it gonna make me roll my eyes? Snap my fingers or want to punch?
Oh, definitely want to punch.
All right. Okay,
if
guys.
If you disinvested in Ashima, you're going to want to punch. And then when you hear about the Reva situation, you're like, oh, y'all trash.
All right. See, I'm going to watch it later when I get back from movies. All right. So, y'all, you can find me at Shonda Nicole 1 on Instagram and on Twitter.
I'm either Amari, Allah, most places else, wherever I look.
You be having underscores in there, right?
If you type it in, my SEO game is good enough. I should be one of the top things.
Oh, talk dirty. He said just type in where.
What?
And then he there. Talk dirty. All right, guys, it's been real. We hope you have a great week and a great following week. And, we'll catch y'all on, another week from now, 2 weeks from now, whatever. We'd like to do that hop thing that we do. We're going to do that, and then we'll be back.
All right. Remember, you can find us on Spotify, SoundCloud. There's the main website, Getting Ignorant with It, and, of course, Apple and the rest of them.
Oh, yeah. Apple. I love me some Apple because that's where I listen to me.
And she also has an iPhone.
That, too. And pads. One. Oh, yeah. And my pictures is popping. But you won't know unless you go to @ShondaNicole1.
On Instagram.
Wherever. Just type me in and my SEO game is that.
Okay.
This is like, okay, throw some more tech words in there. All right, y'all. Have a great one.
Bye.